What's going on, fam? Welcome to the stream. I am your brother, where we play lots of games that are game jams and indie games alike. Tonight, we're going to be featuring games from the weekly game jam. On this segment, I like to call Indie Sunday. We have our actual moderators in the chat today, which is super duper cool. I'd like to welcome Nekomatata, or Nekomatata Games, to the channel. Tori and Polly, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I really appreciate you. Without further ado, let's roll the intro. All right, let's take us back to the couch. Hakuna Matata. That's actually how it's supposed to be phrased, but you know, that's never how I can seem to get it. But I absolutely love it. It's so awesome. But I do want to thank everybody who is in chat. Let's go ahead and get our roll call out of the way. So, Scanix, thank you so much for coming out tonight. HAUO, thank you for coming out tonight. Nekomatata, awesome to see you. Das Pancho, Fel Muffin. Who else I got? I'm a good boy. Hey, man, I don't think I even said hey to you. I might have. Blueberry Jambot, thank you so much. And also a Game Who Ninjas. How could we forget you? How could we forget you? We are so glad that everyone is here tonight. It is so awesome to see so many faces on the chat. Fel Muffin, I think I said your name. I don't know if I did. Maybe I didn't. There's so many new people. Not new people, but there's so many people on chat. It's so awesome. Yeah, he's a ninja who games, but the very first time that he came on the channel, I think when he subbed, I said, thank you so much, A Game Who Ninjas, and it's just kind of stuck from that point forward, so he's been known as the Game Who Ninjas. It's great. And, it's just fun. It's just those little quirks and things that I do that just make this so much more fun to me. But tonight, so it's just like our traditional format, so we're going to be playing games from Weekly Game Jam as we do every single Sunday night. I picked 12 games from the total submitted games with a weighted average of how many games that you have played up to 10, or how many games you've created for the Weekly Game Jam up to 10 max. So you get a little bit of weight there if you continue to participate, higher chance of getting on the stream. And throughout that, we're going to play it and take about 10 minutes per game. Which reminds me, I need to fix my counter because it's set for 30 minutes right now. But that's pretty much going to be the flow for tonight. We do have a game from the Neko team tonight, which I'm super excited to play. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so blah, blah, blah. The theme for tonight is Detective Text Adventure. So we should have a ton of text adventure games tonight. I'm excited about. Oh, Hitsbay, thank you so much for the 5 bits. I really appreciate that. That does support this channel. Helps me buy more games for the stash stream. Helps me get cool graphics like the one that we have back here. My TV, the animation on the TV. Hoping to get some new sound effects here in the coming months, and then get some more updated graphics and whatnot. So, Fel Muffin, the way that this stream works is they are already picked before the stream starts. The way that you get your game selected is if you participate in Weekly Game Jam, and then I will pull all of the games against my list, and it will assign you a random factor, and then add your modifier for how many games you have created for Weekly Game Jam, and then I will pick from that list out of the top section. So that's how that all works. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Also, thank you, Nico, for the 5 bits. I really appreciate that. Anybody else who wants to support giving bits, it's super duper easy. You just hit cheer, you type out cheer, and then a number beside that. If you have any bits, it'll cheer it that way. If not, you can watch ads by clicking the little bit icon in the chat window itself, and that will allow you to watch some short little ads to gain bits for free. And then you can donate those to whoever you want. It drops in the cup. Yes, it does. How about that? See, lots of other cool stuff that you guys have been able to allow me to do by supporting this channel and the like. So I really appreciate all of that. It's so much blessings to have such a great community. And other streamers that are a part of this as well, like Tiger and Josh. So enough of my blabbering. I know why you guys are actually here. Let's talk about some games tonight. So the first one we're playing is Undetected by Carbomech. So let's go ahead and get that up on the screen here. I'm going to kill the music we got in the background, and we're going to switch on over. Woohoo! HAUO's like, yeah, I'm not actually here for your brother. I just want feedback, and then I want to get. All right, so here is our start screen. This is what's going down. We got some music in the background. We got a little guy creeping down here in the bottom corner. I like that. Let's learn how to play. You are a mob boss in the 1960s. You must avoid all cameras to escape the building. If you are caught by a camera, you will have to type all words faster than the camera can. If you fail to do so, the detective will find you. Interesting. I like it. Okay. So I'm walking around. That looks pretty safe. Oh God. Whoa. Whoa. The placement of... Why can't I type? I can't type anymore. Help! I'm gonna lose! I lost. So, I don't know what happened there. What I don't like is when I'm moving around, like I might hold down D, but then the little typing game will start, and then I'm just kind of screwed. Okay, so I was able to pass that one, because then I've got like 50 million S's that are all lined up there, and it's like, well, I was just moving around. Ooh! So like right there. And like sometimes I can type, other times I can't. I don't know why. Quit. Oh, I'm not supposed to hit enter. That's what it is. I'm just supposed to type. Gah. Okay, now that we've kind of got a better grasp on things, so that would definitely be something to cue you on. Number one, when we get caught by the cameras, make like a whirling sound or something like that. Ooh! And then it'll go into another mode. So that's when our character or our keys will trigger something else. Dang it. And that will stop. That will stop it where I'm typing S for a super duper long time. Okay. Sneak by. Dang it. This is cool, though. I like this. Forgery. I honestly would like to be able to click the enter button to submit my choices instead of it. Dag nabbit. Handcuffs. They are handcuffs made out of sand. You guys noticed I've improved on my typing skills since the last time we had a type adventure. Is it one word more for every time you get caught? Ah, that's a good question. I don't know. Oh, no. Okay, safe. Doing good. We should be able to get by that. Cool. Music's good. Kind of makes me think of like Elevator, you know, something very light that they would play. So that should keep me safe, right? Like in a lobby or long halls where things are just kind of really real simple, laid back. Ain't that a kick in the head? You were being set up the whole time. This whole time you thought you were escaping, when in fact the detective knew where you were there the whole time. From where you're standing, it must seem like an 18-karat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start. Like it. I like the type to escape mechanic. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I definitely think that's cool. I think if we had that just laid out a little bit better, that might work. We need to have like a change of state, I guess is maybe the best way to describe that, where we could even like zoom out on the screen a little bit or blur the background or blur our current game and then have that brought up in front of you. Maybe we can pretend like it's a command line or a console that we're trying to hack into the mainframe to stop the camera. And that be the rational thinking behind why the camera is typing words at the same time. Like, for instance, we're trying to hack into the camera to stop it. The camera is trying to send a message to the mainframe to alert that somebody's been found, and we're trying to override that kind of thinking is what I'm thinking there. And if we do this like change of state kind of thing where everything kind of fades in the current game, that gives us a little better focus on the command line or the computer or the tablet or whatever we have in front of us that we're typing on, and it won't look so blended in. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Like right here, everything just kind of blends in with the words themselves, and it makes it a little hard to read. Oh, Hits Bay, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. Help and support us. And now you get 2 emotes. You get the thumbs up, and you also get the what. But like right there, when you're looking at it, it just blends in. You've got all these black lines and stuff, and then you've got this very hard to read text here that's just kind of sitting right on top of the world. So if we blurred that a little bit, that would make it look a little bit easier to read, and would just feel a little bit better. Give us a little bit more context of what's actually happening. The idea, I think, is really cool. I like this whole, we're typing to try to hack into the cameras to stop them or whatever have you. I think that's neat. The layout, simple, but it's enough to get the idea of the game across very easily. You've got good music. You even have music changed for when we get caught at the end, which is nice. I would like some sort of change in the music when we get caught by the actual cameras, not just we lose. I think that would help as well. Yeah, fade out and wait until no key is pressed anymore so you don't start with, ah! Yeah, that's a big thing. I love that. Change, that looks good. That's fine. I want something here. I like this guy down here, and I think that's really cool, but I don't know. Like, it feels kind of weird. I almost think like we could have undetected in the center of the screen with the start, exit, and how to play there. And then our focus would be right the dead center, and then we're going to catch him out of the corner of the eye just a little bit better. I don't know. That's something you probably have to just play with and figure out. What? I'm impressed. This was cool. This was definitely an original idea. I agree with chat. The, that's not fun to start with, and it definitely gives you a disadvantage. Also, we can hit enter, which is just making our cursor disappear out of the box itself, the text box. I don't know if that's intentional or not, so I'd either say we need to use the enter as a way to submit, or we need to just remove that so we're always typing when we're in that state. Kind of miss the darkness, light contrast that the menu has. Yeah, you don't really have any of that in this world, but we don't have any advanced lighting in this world, and that other one was just a pixelated version of that, which looks good. Yeah, I guess it's a standard input field, and enter moves the focus. Yeah, that's probably what's happening there. Now that I've keyed into these boxes a little bit, this is definitely a whole lot easier instead of me trying to hang out outside of those boxes. Just need to add something when there is more time than a week. Oh, absolutely. And most people know when I'm giving feedback, I obviously look for the most general improvements that we can make that should be achievable within a game, within a week. But then I'm also going to be suggesting a lot of stuff on how do I take this game to the next level if I decide to continue developing this. Because there are some people who take Game Jam games and they go farther with that, but they just either are lacking inspiration, or I don't know what else I could do with this, or, you know, this just doesn't feel right, but I feel like I like the general idea. So I like to give a little bit of everything. Courage, what can we do with the game experience for a year? I mean, a week. And then going forward, looking towards, you know, what's the next version? What's the 0.2 version of this game? Yeah, it looks like these boxes are pillars that will cast shadows later. That would be cool. That would definitely be cool. All right, so that is Undetected by Carbomech. Thank you so much, Carbomech, for making this game and submitting to good old Wickle Game Jam. We appreciate you. Come chit-chat on the chitty-chat sometime if you have time. We're always a fun crowd to hang out with. Right, let me get next game loaded. Clickety-click. All right, this is a web game, so give me just a second to get it loaded. And do. Oh yeah. The Receding Tunnel by Viking Guitar on Dungeon Hearts. You never know what you're going to get with pretzel music. Some of it you can select. Hello, my brother. What's up, Das Box? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, next game on our list is called Austin Cambridge Gets Mech'd by mushguys. I don't know what any of that means, but let's see. It's one of the first bright spring mornings of the year. The sun is shining so bright that it hurts my eyes. You've been indoors playing computer games all winter long. You stagger out into the backyard patio, blinking into the light. The birds chirp and then the frogs farup. Is that a word? You see the back garden, an old shed, and your mother's living room behind you. Let's go to the back garden. You are in the back garden of your mother's house. There's the usual assortment of garden gnomes, rose bushes, and biomechanical bees. You see a sliding door to the living room, and an old shed. Behind the garden gate is an alleyway. Ooh, there's a frog emote in my channel. Let's go to the old shed. I'm very curious about the biomechanical bees. It's dark and musty here. You can feel cobwebs on your face. There are old tools hanging on the wall. A rusty lawnmower sits in one corner, and there's a large tattered cardboard box on the floor. Look in the box. You pry open the sides of the box and feel around. Ouch! Charlie! A mouse chomps down on your pinky. You flail it around, knocking over the lawnmower and some of the tools. The mouse scurries out of the shed. Oh no! Am I going to become Mouse Man? It gets hot and dank in here. You can't wait to get back to the back garden outside. All right, so we went to the shed. Let's go to the alleyway now. You're in the middle of a long alleyway between small gardens that stretch east and west as far as you can. It is fenced by a brick wall topped on a wood fence that smells strongly of fresh creosote. Creosote? You hear a creaking, rumbling noise coming from the distance in the east. Your phone starts to vibrate in your front shirt pocket. Charlie bit me. Charlie, that hurts. Check your phone. You take your phone out and swipe it. You have a new message from your best friend, Shizo. It's loose again. Don't panic. Just run. I'm going to panic. You're learning lots of new words on here, aren't I? Yes, I am. You flap your arms around like an excitable... excitable poultry and scream. Ah! The concrete beneath your feet begins to tremble, and you hear a thunderous roar like a freight train bearing down on you. You die in a bright red flash of filth and agony. Okay. I panicked, and that's literally what happened. I just got dead. So, back garden, alleyway, phone, run. The thundering sound is getting louder and louder, like a screaming jet engine. You race eastward towards the alley. Your legs are starting to burn, and you feel as your heart will explode. You reach the end of the alley and turn the corner, and you collapse on the ground. A crackling, electrified mass of metal and plastic roars past you and crashes into a wall across the street. It is still for a moment, but begins to awaken. The screaming jet noise is starting. It's getting angry. You have to do something or you're going to die. Do something or die. Well, I'm going to try to do something. You have seconds to decide what to do before you are made into people paste. There's a knackered, bright yellow, red Reliant car and a bicycle parked nearby. You notice a small sewer drain and a gaggle of old biddies bidding about biddiness in a corner bus stop. The bus is about to pick them up and move east. You wasted 3 of your remaining 10 seconds alive thinking about all this. Oh man, I don't know what this is in. This is it just says platform is HTML5. Oh man, people paste. Let's go down the sewer drain. You yank off the cover of the drain and jump in, hoping the hole is too small for the beast to follow you. It stinks in there. It's totally dark. You start to miss the garden shed. You feel something swimming by your leg. You start running. It gets stinkier. The roaring noise follows you onto the street. You hear an almighty crash. You keep running. You see faint light far down the end of the tunnel. You are reaching for the stench. You are retching from the stench by this point. You force your way through the sludge and arrive at a ladder. There's an open cover to the street above. There's no sound outside. You can go up the ladder, go back the street, or continue down the tunnel. I think at this point, I'm probably going to try to go back up the surface. Maybe I'm far enough away from whatever was there that I should be fine. If I keep going, my gut feeling tells me I'm probably going to run into something underneath that's going to kill me. So I click the tunnel anyways by accident. You continue down the tunnel for another mile, sludge and rats. The stench overpowers you and you collapse unconsciously. You are now dreaming. Oh, God. There's a hill covered in flowers. You pick one of those. Looking closely, you can see the center of the flower is made of thousands of tiny red skulls. You drop the flower. The sky turns black, and lightning strikes the top of the hill. A tower appears. It has strange markings. The stones of the tower begin to separate and hover. There's a faint energy between them that pulses through the entire structure. You look behind you and see a single biomech eye the size of the sun. It nears its focus, and you hear a screaming sound like the 1,000 jets roaring to life. You are now awake. I was stank to death. To death. You are in a cell. You can see a CCTV camera, a bed, and a locked steel door with a narrow security window. The clock says 7:15. Well, that's pretty close. It's 7:21. That's kind of cool. That almost worked out. Okay, so just a quick recap here. We were doing our own thing. We went outside. We went to the back alley. All hell broke loose. We went to the sewer. We continued down the sewer. We passed out. We are somehow in prison. And here we are. So let's click the TV. You inspect the... Ooh, a separate line. You inspect the TV. It says property of HMP Nordgård. You sit back down. Door. You approach the door and peer through a narrow window. A guard is seated across the corridor, and some tough-looking inmates are sitting around a table playing cards. You try to call out to the guard, but your throat is so dry. Only a faint gasp escapes your lips. Your whole body aches. You look down and see that you have bandages and stitches across your entire chest and abdomen. The pain hits you all at once like a torrent of agony. You pound on the window. Finally, the guard gets up and walks over to your cell. He yells through the door at you. You ask him, "What are you doing here?" Nothing, and for a long time, you caused a huge crash and ripped up half the bloody motorway. Okay, sure. He walked back to his seat and goes back to reading the Run newspaper. You squint at the Run. You can just about make out the headline. Hosho Smasho Big O Crasho Bish Bosh Crash Joyride Carnage on M2. One of the inmates notices you looking through the window and makes a threatening gesture. How dare! How dare! You return the threatening gesture. He becomes enraged and turns the table over. Cards scatter everywhere. The guard approaches the group. They are all scouring at you now. The guard attempts to cuff the angry inmate, but the inmate headbutts him and takes his keys. Oh, crap! An alarm sounds. You step away from the door and hide in the corner. You hear scuffling outside your cell. The enraged inmate uses the keys to kick open your cell. Die or fight. Well, we're going to fight. I'm really surprised. There's quite a bit of writing in here, and we've only went down one avenue, which was continued down the sewer. That seemed to be like, this is the biggest turn of events right now. I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, we're not going to be able to play through all these experiences, so we'll go for just a little bit longer. But I will say the writer is painting very good pictures of what's going on. There's lots of really, really good wordplay in here. I feel like I'm getting my choice to make some of these decisions. And I mean that very much, very, very simply, that a lot of games feel very linear in their thinking. They do a lot of, like, they go out and then they come back in, and then that's pretty much the only variant that they have. This, to me, feels like right now that we're definitely going down lots of different paths, and I'm getting to influence those paths. So that's pretty cool. I don't think we should just say die or fight or panic or run. I think that needs to be skewed just a little bit more. We need to reword that just a little bit. I think, you know, maybe we can specify how we're going to fight the guy, and that is what actually determines that outcome. We don't want it to just simply be, well, you know, you're going to try to fight him, and you know that means you're going to win, or you're going to just absolutely die, and then you're just going to have to restart, because that takes away that mystery a little bit. So I would definitely think that we should, you know, make that a little more hidden. You wait for the enraged prisoner to enter the cell. When he approaches, you kick him as hard as you can in the guts. You both scream in agony. He doubles over and rises again, swinging wildly with a metal chair leg while screaming filthy swear words at you. How rude. You hobble through the open door. Waves of pain crash against your beaten body. You limp down the corridor. There's a large group of guards approaching to the north and south. Inmates have begun tearing whatever they can find apart and making barricades. 2 of the card players are coming for you. Some stairs lead to the upper floor. All cells are locked down. An alarm is screeching all around you. Some prisoners have started a fire in the hallway and are fighting the guards. Sit down. Go upstairs. Yeah, it's like, it's not... It needs to be a little more hidden. Not die, maybe die. Huh? You'll never figure that one out. So let's go upstairs. You hobble up the stairs like a tired penguin. What? You hobble upstairs like a tired penguin wearing clown shoes. Boy, if that isn't a mental picture, I've never heard of one. All of the cells are now locked and the inmates jeer at you. You continue down the hallway. You're in the hallway on the upper level. There is a guard station to the east and a shower area to the north. To the station! You enter the guard station, see a large bank of screens, and they're all images of various areas of the prison, except one that shows a picture of a mechanical eye similar to the one in your dream from before. You notice a row of red buttons. Only one of them says shower area, and there's a doorway that leads back to the hall. So that's where we are going to stop this. I'm going to let you guys go and try to play this game and see what the mechanical eye is and what's actually going on here. I'm kind of intrigued on what it is too, because now this eye is appearing in not only my dream, but in the real world. That's really cool. So you definitely created a hook. Mushguys, you definitely have created a really good hook in this. Good storytelling, as I said. I feel like I do have lots of choices throughout this, even though it's usually only 2 per little paragraph. That's still quite a bit that we're getting to play with. As I said, we do need to make some of these choices a lot less obvious of what that direct outcome is going to be. Run, that's a safe choice. That's okay. Panic, okay, I'll give you that one too. But fight or die, not so much. I don't think that's a good choice. But I'm very happy with what you've created here for the little bit of time that you guys had on this. There's no pictures or anything like that. It's all text, so all that has to be created within my mind. And I think you've done a good job doing that. So congratulations to you, man. Good job. Good job. That was Austin Cambridge Gets Mech'd by Mushguys. I don't know. I kind of like the straightforwardness of Fight or Die, as you get a very clear indication that one choice is a dead end. I'm not all that fond of games where all choices become so unclear it's all trial and error if you die or not. But in a lot of those types of games, in like visual novels specifically, you always have that option to back up one step. So if it's like, ooh, wow, that really went in a different direction than what I wanted, let me just back up one step and go the other way. That would fix that type of issue. That kind of mitigates that problem. And and it's almost kind of like, it's like, why have the choice if it's going to be so bluntly honest that you're not going to want to choose that choice? It's like if I put a button on your desk that says, we'll blow up your house. Why would you give me that button? I'm obviously not going to press that button. So don't have that button there at all. But if you skew it a little bit and I have multiple buttons on my desk and they all have something labeled differently, I'm going to be pressing these buttons all day long to figure out what they do. That's a terrible example because nobody wants to blow up their house, but still, the idea still stands. But yeah, great writing. I really enjoyed that. Better to back up and go the other way, and then the second option is obviously will be no option at all. Good point. Haven't played that many visual novels, so yes, that mechanic is a good solution. Yeah, it lets you continue down the road. You don't have to be like, oh crap, I've just ruined this entire playthrough because maybe I misunderstood the way something was worded, or you know, some other type of reasoning that you just happen to not understand what that fully meant. I just kept dying when I played, see? And that sucks, because then you have to go back through, and it kills the immersion. You know, you're now focused on just the buttons in general, not necessarily what the story has meant throughout it. You're just looking to try to get from point A to point B. You're not really caring about the experience. You're just like, oh, I have to get back to where I was before because I clicked the freaking wrong button because I misunderstood it. Like, that's not what we want. Now, if you die because of something that happens, and it's a very clear, like, this was outside of your control, that means more to you then. You know, it's like, well, you were going to try to save this person, which that also could mean you might die. That means a lot more than panic and die. All right, so getting the next game loaded up here. This is Very Serious Future Detective by HAUO. HAUO. That's like a child says hello. HAUO. HAUO. Woohoo, that's me. Did an update like an hour ago. Congrats. I just got to get the game to download. Now's a good time, if you haven't already, to make sure you follow this channel. That way you get updates for when I'm going to be streaming. We have lots of random streams coming up here pretty soon. We'll be talking about some of those. Let's see, is there any music? Yes, there is. In just a little bit. So, yeah. That's a thing you should do. Let's look at this game. Very Serious Future Detective by HAUO. You are a great detective. Ah, thank you so much. LH Zay for the follow. I really appreciate that. Getting us closer to that goal of 700. You are a great detective. It's the future. Let's say somewhere around 2360. Yes. Already talking from the fourth wall. And everyone is guilty of something. Your job is to solve the crimes presented to you. Interrogate, research the clues, and deduce if the person alien object is guilty. Tip, they all are. All right, well, that was easy. Let nothing stand in your way for justice. Like this floating cup here. Is that supposed to be like origami or something? What is that? Oh, text. Nothing like the text button. This is my favorite button. It's my mug. Well, this is my text. So it's mouse only. Okay, let's go. Verse. Every game must have one. Oh my god. Rimkorok. Murder. Guilty. You are No, I don't need no proof. You told me. Everybody was guilty. Everybody. Check loot. Falsify evidence. Let's see. Oh, what is that? Oh. Very suspicious item. This could be a bomb. It definitely shows guilt. Wow, this is great. I love the art. It is trippy. Yeah, I like it coming out of the wall here. Oh, that's cool. Suspicious hat. It's a well-known fact that all evil masterminds wear hats. Oh, I love that. Oh, I can actually investigate the people. Oh, that's cool. Murder. Ask a question. Guilty. Are you guilty? No, I am not guilty. Falsify evidence. Already done that. Look for loot. Ah, sword. Well, everybody knows. What is this? It's a sword. It looks lethal and sharp. We good? We back? We here? Can you guys see me or hear me? Looks like my camera decided it wanted to do a bork here. I never left, but my camera has decided to do a bork here. Just a second. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Nobody panic. I've just been found guilty is all that happened. Every once in a while this happens with my camera. It just does this weird thing. Totally forgot there was already music in this. Let me try unplugging it back up. These sounds, though. Na 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 na. All right, somebody quick tell a joke. That was a terrible joke. All right, let me reset my color here just really quick. Oh my god, my other Wait a minute. What the heck? There's two of me. I think it's actually a power issue. I have lots of USB devices on this one hub because of the way my computer is set up. That causes that every once in a while. Okay, we're back. You are blue. It's a lie. No, folks. It really is Poiple. I am Poiple. Let's get that out of the way. Y'all don't want to see that. Couch. Game. We're good. Okay, as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted. Let's get back to the game. Maintain my composure. It's a very orange box. No, it is very orange. Yes, it is. That is also true. What is this thing? What is this? It's a very big gun. Nothing suspicious here. How is that not suspicious? Is there more? Taking out all the evidence. Scum, just admit you're guilty. I'm writing it down. Guilty as the day you were born. Come on. I might lose my job. Have some compassion. Hey, are you not guilty? Got you. Yes, guilty. Knew it. Guilty. I need more proof. How can I get more proof? Aha! Aha! That's 3. That is 4. He has admitted it. Guilty. So that's cool. I like this. This is different than the Papers, Please or the Grim Reaper game that we played in a couple streams back. This is us really trying to force somebody into a state that they may or may not be in. And we're interacting with these card-like people. That's really cool. I love this. I'm absolutely loving this. Okay. So, with this statement, a citizen was seen apprehending a bucket filled with all the stolen money. The masked citizen declined a reward for capturing the bucket, and shortly after ran from the scene. Most likely in fear of the bucket, wanting revenge. Seems like a clear case. The bucket is guilty. I didn't want that stamp again. Dun, dun, dun. So good. That bucket is a suspect. Wait a second. This is just a bucket, and buckets are always guilty. Guilty. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, this is awesome. This is so good. Lovin'. I need a little bit more audio. I hear a little bit, but it's like, I don't know, just isn't giving me the right feel. Suspect 1003940C. Existing and lunch thief. In reality, from the beginning of time, Jerry from accounting has reasons to believe he might not actually exist. He also reports that his lunch is missing from the staff fridge. There must be a connection. So he has stolen lunch and he might not be real. The suspect admits guilty. All right, we're done. You are guilty. But what? No, he said he was guilty. That's one. Guilty. Done. What else you got? Nothing there? Let's check and see. Are you real? Well, you got a book. Ah, the passport expired at the beginning of time. That is illegal. You like rocks. It's hard and lumpy. Okay. Suspicious. It is hard, alien rock. Suspicious. It is also lumpy. Okay. I read them in the reverse order. No biggie. Falsify some evidence. Well, let's just see right here. What will we find out here? Most likely drugs or something definitely shown. Ah, let's do some. Your name is not Frank? So Frank is the short form. Okay. A deep breath and let's go. Food residue. You done stole his food. Poor Jerry. Nobody likes Jerry. Guilty. That stamp is really cool. I like that. Dun dun dun! Oh no! What? That guy looks like me! What is that? It says the imposter hates puppies. Good enough for me. This is great. What is the fly? Aha! The real, your undefined sibling is afraid of insects. Pretender. For those of you who don't know, there's a clip under my channel where a bug lands on my hat, and I didn't believe it. Oh my god. I can't remember your undefined sibling having red eyes. Must be new contact lenses. What a hip guy. Oh my god. Oh, robot. You're constantly beeping. I wonder what this is for. Well, some things must remain private. Caught sneaking around trying to steal the real Your Undefined Sibling show. Or did he already do it? And this is the real one. How to tell? Let's ask some questions. Hello, Flashling. Is that your real name? Oh my god. Michelle, come here. I gotta show my wife this. Are you really your undefined sibling? Affirmative. Oh. What? Oh no! Scary. I guess he likes collecting bones. You have to see this. I did. I absolutely called you. Look. I wish you could see your face.
Oh my god.
It's not me. It's a robot version of me that's impersonating me.
Is it robot?
She said it, not me. Let's continue on, shall we? Wait a second. That's my mug, thief. Da da da. Guilty. And the skulls, no guilty there. Looks like we're going to have to falsify. Can I ask any more questions? It's my steaming antenna. Huh. What's the note back on the card? I clicked it. I think that one was the imposter hates puppies. Good enough for me. Guilty. It might be you. Don't know yet. Looks like I'm guilty. Very suspicious. Drugs. Definitely drugs. Definitely show some guilt. Guilty as charged. I've been guilted. The robot has been guilted. Huh? HAUO. HAUO made this game. You won. Everyone was guilty. Just as always, great work, Detective. Time for a break. Thank you for playing. Oh my god. That was awesome. Especially because I was in it, of course. I'm a good boy, and DOS might be the only people that know the real funny behind that. Just as always, thanks for playing. Ah, great. Great. Great, great, great. Seriously, I love the card thing. I like how they are slightly animated, so they appear to be popping out of that card. It's kind of like we're viewing them from a jail cell. Like if we had to say like we have like trading card, like if we just pretend create a trading card, we hold that up and then we can see holographic style inside of that cell, and we can interview the prisoner or whoever and kind of get some more information from them. I think that's really cool. It was very interactive. I loved all of the text and stuff that was going on. We even had some like sounds and stuff that each of the characters were making to show kind of presence, that they're alive and kind of interacting with us and kind of grumpy about what's going on. I think that was cool. The sound effects as we were bringing objects into the room, I think felt a little weird. They kind of felt like they were glowing instead of appearing, is kind of the way that the sound effects as things were being dropped in made me feel. Is like they were glowing instead of just like plopping into existence. Super good job. Super good job. That was so fun. Especially because I was in that. But that doesn't mean go put me in all of your games and then I'll give you good feedback. That's not how this works. But you made a fun game. I really enjoyed this. I think this is a good spin on the paper please kind of idea, where you're trying to judge a person's character to figure out, are they going to live or die? No, your job in this is how do you falsify the evidence enough to make them guilty? And that in itself was hard to do because we're having to plant stuff or get them to confess or confuse them into confession or something like that. Very good, HAUO, for making this game. I absolutely love that. Good job, man. Good job. Yeah, the sound is the weak point. Happy the card visual works. What was what I started with. Yeah, well, you did a great job with that. Hey, just for anybody who is in the chat that doesn't already know, Mr. Josh McLean makes a lot of really good music. So if you're looking for music, make sure you go check him out because he does have a lot of royalty-free music that you can use in your games. Just make sure you give him credit in the game and preferably on the HAUO page as well. So he's a really good resource if you're looking for game music. On top of that, he's going to be making some sound effects packs in the future, so keep that in mind. So you might want to bookmark that page and go back and check again later to see if there's some sounds that you might want to use from him. And he's also a fellow streamer, so go follow him on Twitch. That page that I linked you should have his information on there on how you can follow him. Let me capture the screen here. Man, you just never know what you're going to get with these games. Are you the robot? I am not the robot. Are you the robot? Do I sound like a robot? Thank you so much for the bits. I sound like a robot? I am a robot. Just a second. Man, we're having all kinds of fun issues. Alright, am I still a robot? I've unplugged the mic and plugged it back up. Honestly, it's probably been a while since I've restarted that device. Robot is back. No, robot is not back. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everybody is safe from robot. He left a long time ago. All we have now is the jam bots. The jam bots are nice. Still has... No! How about now? Do I sound less robot-y? Not robot dead back. No, robot not back. Underwater robot now. Oh, even better. I'm going through all kinds of effects. Alright, let me try restarting this one more time. If not, I'll just stop the stream real quick, restart the computer, and come back. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Do I sound any better to thee? Make sure my cable's plugged in too. Not underwater, but Still robotic? Just bought again. All right, let me just do a quick restart, and you guys talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. Thanks for your patience. I am back. I am alive. And I am much less robotic, I hope. I'm reading chat from my phone. Beta! Also great. You know, it was probably a virus. It was probably a virus from HAUO's game. That's probably what it was. The, your undefined sibling is definitely what caused it. Just letting everything load back up here. Give me un momento. So I guess we can start talking about events and stuff while this is going on. I'm just going to read this off my phone, so I apologize for being rude. So there's going to be a couple changes for the next, like, 2 weeks and stuff, since we have Easter kind of coming up. I'm going to attempt to do Indie Sunday the 18th for this coming week. So the weekly game jam normally ends on the 18th at 12 or 1 o'clock. I'm just going to play that evening at 7 p.m. So that's the 18th. I'll put that on the Discord as well. And then I'm going to be off on Saturday and Sunday because I'm going to West Virginia to go visit my family. So that's going to be happening then. So that's what's going on this week. And then I'm going to be streaming on the 25th. That's 8 Bits to Infinity. Josh's Jam, the 2-button game jam. I'm going to be playing games from that era, from that time. So that's what you can expect to see then. And then we will have our normal Saturday and Sunday stream back again on the 27th and 28th. So that will be Baba Is You. And then week 93, I think, would be that next one. So that is the plan. All right, so let's see. Everybody here, what is up? Do we have peeps? Talk to me, peeps. Let me know you're alive and well. Let me know that you have not died on me. D-E-A-D, deed. He is dead. Here, present, and accounted for. I chose die. Oh, maybe that's what happened to my computer. It chose dead. Dead or bucket? Dead or bucket. All right, so let's try to play this game again and see if we can get any further. Oof. Oof. Are we playing Roblox now? I don't think I can play Roblox. My age might actually be stopping that. All right, so let's quack like a duck today. See what all's going to happen there. This is Ducktective by amiral. Oh, you can put checkbox in chat? That's cool. All right, we're going to type knock. Okay, maybe not. Now we're going to type knock. Oh, this is cute. Now, do I knock again? Oh, it's you, Ducktective. Ducktective, please come in. Walk. Oh, yes. Please follow me. My apartment is upstairs. Walk. Walk. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I regret everything. Oh, no. This is going to be one of those games. Oh, heavens. Oh, my God. And stop. Turn. Turn. Keep going, buddy. Oh, wait. And stop. Walk. Turn. Don't. Dagnabbit. Oh, he's going to get stuck under the stair. Stop. Stop. Turn. Stop. Walk. Stop. Turn. Left. Stop. Walk. Oh boy. And stop. Is there a robot inside of the detective? Turn left. Stop. Walk. I think some people actually have to function like this. They have to tell their body what they need to do. Walk. Stop. Turn right. Stop. Walk. Stop. Okay. What I called you for is I've been the victim of a thief. Look at Victim. Too far. Too far. Everything's too far. So let's get closer. Walk. Turn right. It's kind of cool because we're thinking like text-based adventure. You're very much running around like a compass, or you're running around using a compass to make all of these decisions. It's normally like go straight, go back, go left, go right. This is all happening in a 3D space in this game, which is really cool. I like this. I like this. Very cool. I think the real your brother wouldn't have been so much trouble. Wouldn't be having so much trouble. Hey, the first Alone in the Dark was like this too. Oh, really? Oh, God. I can't imagine playing like a full-on game like this. Look at table. Maybe the victim wanted to eat pie here. Duckbot. Turn left. Stop. Can I look at... Too far away still. Walk. Stop. Look at victim. They say they didn't see anyone. Oh, yeah, no, I'm totally typing every bit of this. Look at cupboard. Couldn't the thief be hiding in there? No. Lord, I hope not. Okay, turn right. Oh, no. Oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. Walk. Stop. Look. Painting. This is some fine painting here. Okay. Ask what? My pies have been stolen. I made 2 blueberry pies for a party, and someone took them. Ask when? It must have been less than 2 hours ago. I let them cool down. Ask where? The pies were cooling down in the kitchen, but I didn't see anyone entering my living room. What? The pies were cooling down in the kitchen, but I didn't see anyone entering my living room. Well, if they were in the kitchen, they wouldn't be entering your living room. What do you mean why? I have no known enemies. It's Quackers. The only way to the kitchen is through the living room. Oh, everyone knows you should never leave pies to cool. They need to cool up. Cool down, they need to cool up. Okay, turn right. Walk. Oh, stop. Oh, Jesus. That could have been real bad. Turn right. Stop. Walk. Stop. I have to do this just ever so slightly. There we go. Walk. Aha! I had 2 pies. One has been eaten. The other one has been stolen. Turn to the left. I typed right somehow. Alright, so now we're in the kitchen. The pies were probably cooked here. Great deduction skills, Mr. Duck. Turn to the right. Stop at the window. Oh, Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Turn right. I imagine this is how some robots are going to be controlled in the future. Aha! Someone was eating the pie in the street. I have found him. Don't expect me to catch him. Okay, we're going to jump. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Can I run? Oh no! Oh no! Dang it. Turn left, little ducky. Turn right. Walk. Go, buddy. Catch. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Ha ha! Oh, what? What are you doing? Come back here. Oh, what? No, quit circling. I have to get him to stop. That's why. And stop. And walk. I'm gonna get him now. Catch. He's too far. And now I'm stuck. Dag nabbit. Stop. Turn left. Stop. Walk. Catch. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is the one. I got a good straight path here. Turn left. No. No, 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 no. Turn left. Stop. Walk. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This one's it. Riding on it. Catch. Oh, I love this so much. You are under arrest. Smash. Thank you, Ducktective. You have found the culprit. That was incredible. Throws breadcrumbs. That will slow him down. Wow. That was awesome. Absolutely awesome. By the way, Chrome did work, Mon. You had down here, note Google Chrome might not work. It seemed to work just fine on mine. This was awesome. This was absolutely awesome. Wow. This was super cool. I love the short little story here that was going on. I really felt like a detective as I was walking around going through the house. The house was detailed. It had everything that we needed to know what each room was. I think that was good. The duck acting, I think, was on par with real ducks. I mean, I was just super impressed. I always wondered what a duck person who's talking about pies would sound like, and now all of the chat even knows. I mean, we've just been so educated tonight. It's great. So thank you for that. I love this typing thing. Absolutely love it. It made me bonkers a couple times just trying to move stuff around, but I think that's the genius part of it. I think that made that a whole lot of fun. The camera shots were really nice, is what Nico said. I would agree with that as well. It made it feel like an action movie. We're getting to see some of these, high shots looking down. We get to see the shot of him tackling the duck. I think that was a nice little action shot. That was really cool. Even going from room to room, the cameras were moving over to the different areas to give a better view of the room. Kind of felt like one of those old school video games where you just didn't have the choice but to lay those cameras out or lay the room out in a way the camera would be able to see everything, and it worked out really, really well there. Biggest highlight of this is the text part itself, where I'm typing these commands. That was genius. That was a lot of fun. It worked out really well. The duck chase, how about that? Wasn't that awesome? That was amazing. So much fun. Such a great game. We're Ducktective. I mean, the use of theme in this was amazing. Text adventure and detective. Awesome. Good music in the background too. I think you did a good job creating a nice game. A really, really nice polished game. So congratulations, Monoreal. Thank you so much. I appreciate you making this game. We'd love to have you on the chitty chat sometime. So if you ever get any time, please come by and we can talk about the inspiration behind this game, how you got here, because I'm sure everybody wants to know. Everybody. All right, on to the next game. Investigation at MutExpe Lab by ResidentialSleeper. I like to sleep. So here's our main screen. We got a magnifying glass. We got a hat. We've got some dark shadows. This looks like a table. Maybe that's a window. I can't make out what's on that right side. Not sure. Let's play. Oh, it's all wonk wonk for you guys. Here, just a second. Let me fix this screen. Oh, no. Can't have that. Something is happening in this town. There is a sudden emergency alert at MutExpe Lab, and now rumors are going around with talks about huge giant creatures. A man said he saw a giant creature with 8 arms and a rock-hard body. Nobody believed him at first, but then people all over town eventually started seeing these giant creatures too. This is a small town, and word travels fast. I'm a detective, and I'm hired to investigate MutExpe Lab as to why an alert was called. Let's see what we have here. Your mission is to retrieve 3 items, a key, an ant file, and a police hat. You can interact with objects by left-clicking on them and picking up certain items with F. escape for options. They're not only huge or giant, they're huge giant. They're giant. Okay, so I can left click. Oh, jeez. What a police car doing here at this time? That is a good question. Okay, I thought maybe I could get the hat from there, but apparently not. Okay, let's throw some tunes on in the background. I don't hear any music. So this looks like El Gun. Can't. It looks like a battle happened here. Okay. The things we do. Sounds like this might be a perfect track. Was there anything back down this way? Nay, right? Yeah, nothing. Okay. Just checking. Oh my God. Well, let's just get this key. This is an odd looking key. I wonder what it's used for. Don't worry about it. Just pick it up. Could be fine. This dude is dead. These are things I would say to myself. This dude is also dead. This is an ant. Oh boy. Looks like a battle happened here. Okay, so same answers for the same objects. Bathroom or sinks maybe. Great observation. Great deduction skills there, Watson. It looks like a file, but nothing is left in it. Let's get the ant file. I'm assuming that's supposed to be like ant file, like a file folder, and not ant file like I'm filing my nails, because I don't think that's going to be very effective against giant ants. Oh no, this guy's dead but still has his head. The worst. The guy is dead, no head. These look like doors, but for some reason I'm able to pass straight through them. Maybe these are like arches. If so, I think we could actually just lose the arches. The arches are only going to work if you have like a 2D or what is that? The isometric view where you can see that actual arch and know that you can walk through that. I think otherwise it just looks like that should be a door. Aha! And now I am a real cop. Now I can leave. Yep. To exit the lab. So I have had no confrontation, nobody to stop me. The same text on all of the baddies. Let's go leave the lab. I am safe now. So maybe back to the police car? It looks like an experiment gone wrong. There are ants that has probably escaped the area. From the looks of it, there are no human survivors. I have to report this. Okay, so super short experience. So let's go back and talk about this real quick. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time, but I do want to highlight a couple places. Big fan of the title screen. I don't think you guys got to see it earlier because it was cut off. I think this looks really cool. It does create some mystery. I was kind of hoping there was going to be something there on that right side. I can't really tell. Maybe there is. You guys can probably tell a little bit better than I can. I don't see anything. That looks creepy. Don't know what that is. But this is the part that I really like to avoid if at all possible. Some of this text I think could be better suited within the game itself instead of giving me a brief synopsis of what's happened in a large block format. Break it down for me. And this is something I talk about with like tutorials and stuff when you're trying to teach somebody how to play the game. Write it a couple times down. If it takes 3 times or 4 times, whatever, write it down that first time and just explain, okay, I need them to know, I need the people who's playing this game to know this information. So I'm going to write all that down. I'm going to lay it all out, and I'm going to say, look, I need it to be this way, and then I'm going to go back and write it a second time, and I want to simplify it that time. So I'm just going to keep doing that 3 or 4 times until the last one is very concise. It's just what they need to know in that moment, and then I'm going to put it into the game in a way that's going to make sense and isn't going to just be this wall of text. So what I would recommend doing is instead of having all this here, this is good. This is short, sweet, and simple. While I'm walking around here, down here at the bottom, as I'm triggering certain, or as I'm walking over certain spaces, maybe we trigger a little bit more text. So we have this kind of like walking stop. We get a little bit of information. We don't even have to like stop our character, but we get a little bit of information. Okay, so, you know, I've been sent here to do blah, blah, blah. It's my mission to go in there and see what's going. We walk a little bit. We keep going. We keep going. Boom. We've noticed a lot of reports about weird things going on. There's these giant, huge creatures that are popping up all over the place, and we're starting to have more and more reports of them. It sounds like one of the laboratories has gone crazy with these creatures, and that's why I'm here. Walking, 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 walking. Boom. We walk in. We see the very first ant there, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, and this become realized just right then and there. Instead of, here's a giant wall of text that by the time you finish reading it, you might have already forgotten it. Break it up into smaller digestible chunks, and you'll definitely engage your readers a lot quicker, and it's not going to be just so blocky on the screen, and I just don't like that. I think it just doesn't look right. I get it. We're in a game jam state. We're trying to cram in as much time as we can in 1 week. I totally understand that. So going forward, though, I think that's something to definitely be thinking about, is how you present that story, whether that's in a game jam or in a full game itself. How do you present that story to your reader in something that's in a digestible fashion, instead of just, let me just regurgitate a whole bunch of stuff and hope you remember it all. But I do like the story that we are telling here. I think that's really cool. That's good direction. I like the changes you just mentioned. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the character, trying to discern if we're looking at the front of him or the back of him. Let me go back out here and see if I can maybe tell a little bit better. Oh, he keeps animating after he stops moving too. I think we're viewing the back of him. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're... At least based off of the feet. No, I'm not really sure now. Yeah, I'm not completely sure. But some of that's just going to come with practice. That's definitely just going to be some practice. Another thing that I'm noticing here is we have several different resolutions for your pixels. And what I mean by that is, if you look at your character, he's very defined. His edges are very sharp, very crisp. It's very true that this is pixelated. But when we now look at the trees, now these pixels are significantly bigger in the world itself. So that means that and same with the background are even larger pixels, and they're kind of distorted because of that. They just don't seem like they're all within the same world. They're not fitting within the same world. I think that's a very important thing to look at, and that is number one for immersion, making sure everything fits and feels like it's supposed to be there and it's not out of place, because that can definitely create that like, ooh, I don't think that's supposed to be there. That feels kind of weird to me. And then number two, it's just a visual thing. You want everything to be in the same style, and this definitely feels like we have kind of piecemealed some of these things together. So definitely take a look at your sprites and make sure that if you're making a tree, line that up beside your character in Photoshop is what I would recommend doing, or a sprite, whatever creative program you use, or GIMP or Paint.net, any of those would work. But put your character down on the canvas, make him, detail him out, make him look right how you want him, and then use that as a stamp on everything else that you make. He needs to be on there, and that needs to be a justified size. Does it make sense with my character? Does the tree need to be this big and my character is this big? No, that's obviously wrong. Scale that out until that tree is much larger than the human, and then when you put it in your world, everything is going to feel a lot more immersive and a lot realer. Pretzel's so confused. Candyland! We're playing Candyland now. Oh, is it just... It's probably just really low. There you go. There's a little bit more volume. I vote for the front two. I thought it was something like a sheriff's star on his chest. Yeah, I can kind of see that. We don't have direction on the character, but I get that. You know, we're very early on in this build. It's fine. It's totally fine. But those are my 2 cents. I think we've got some meat here. We definitely need to define what is it that's going to be in this game that's going to make this stand out amongst other games that are trying to do the same thing. we need to work on just our visual style a little bit so everything's kind of consistent across all aspects of our art style. You know, we don't want to have, and not that there's anything wrong with this, because I know there's some games that do this, but like pixel art and then also hard lines as well in the same world. It's like you really have to work hard to make that work, so don't overdo that or it's just going to look really, really weird. Consistent visuals throughout your game will definitely help create that nice immersion feel. I think you've done a good job though. You've definitely made a game. It's playable. We're getting a short little story. You're hooking us at the end, so we want to come back and figure out what has actually happened. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any real action with the world. We were picking up items, so this was just a short collection game, but we didn't do anything with the items in the game itself. I would have liked to at least have one action where, you know, maybe our mini objective is we have to sneak into a police station to steal a certain gun or information. And in order to do that, we have to collect all these items, and then we can, you know, sneak into a one little tiny room, and boom, there we have it, the end of the game. We did the thing. I see here now, I couldn't hear the changes. Wow. All right. So that was Investigation at MutExpe Lab by ResidentialSleeper. Thank you so much, ResidentialSleeper, for making that game for us. We really appreciate you. Boom. On to the next one, which is this one. Oh, dang full screens. There we go. All right, we got some music in this one. So this is Shirlock Holmes, Future Detective 2099 by Skrumf. Skrumf. Oh, look at that font. Welcome to the crime mystery text adventure of Shirlock Holmes, Future Detective 2099. You have been revived to solve the first murder to happen in over 50 years. Oh boy. The crime scene is still fresh, and Scotland Yard Corporation have given you jurisdiction of the case. Get to the house straight away and find the murder weapon. Remember to check your backpack by typing check inventory. Option enter house. Right. Maybe I'll move myself to the other side. Whoa, let's actually move myself and not the game. That would be a good idea, I think. Move. Yep. Alright. Put me there. And voila. Now we're on the other side. Did you see that magic? Did you see that magic? Alright, so type. Click, click. Enter house. Right. Oh boy. You head off to the house. You enter the house. The cold air fills your lungs as you smell the stench of rotting flesh coming from somewhere in the house. There have been some foul play, and you have to get to the bottom of it. Into bedroom. A human skull in the room has been frozen in nanocarbonite dry freeze. Take or examine the skull. So I did actually have to enter the bedroom. That just kind of happened, I guess. I maybe think that was by accident. Take skull, examine skull, enter bedroom. Or maybe that was happening in the same room. I guess that's happening in the same room. Let's examine the skull. Or not. Okay. Let's enter bedroom. There we go. You head off to the bedroom. You enter the bedroom and witness the freshly sliced headless corpse at the foot of the sofa. This must be what the head is missing. You kneel down to get a closer look and discover something gleaming from behind a pile of torn up newspapers. Looks like a hammer. You pick it up and put it in your bag. Take torch. Oh, there is no blank here to take. Take torch. You take the torch. Take hammer. I think I already did. It's a hammer. You put it in your bag. Okay. Enter bathroom. So a lot of the extra text and stuff that's on here, I would really like that to just be cleared out. Just get that away from the screen after we've made that choice and we've left that room. No need to reference that back. If we want to know that information again, we just need to turn around and go back to that room. Otherwise, we don't have a good point of reference of what's going on. If you want to make like 2 boxes, the top is all previous text that you can scroll through. That's totally fine. And then leave the most current information in this bottom section. I think an easy way you could do that without filling up the entire screen is to create a large bracket that is just from the top of the screen down to, say, where our history is. So this is everything that's already happened. And then create a bottom bracket that goes from here down to right above the type screen. It's just a visual indicator that tells you this is what just happened, or this is what's going on now, and this is what just happened right before that. And then you don't have to type out this is history or this is what's current or anything like that. It's just a very, very simple visual thing to nod them in the right direction of knowing where to start with their eyes when a new scene comes up. The double-sided windows are wide open and the curtain is rustling in the breeze. Enter the yard. Ooh. You head off to the yard. It's easy to see the killer escaped through the bathroom window. They escaped on foot. You send your augmented drones to the north. You can either go east or west. You found some footprints. Scan them. Take prints. Footprints saved in your database inventory. Let's go west. You head off to the west. The killer was apprehended by a good call. Going west meant the killer was slowed down by the foot traffic of the people of London's augmented city. Thank you, Shirlock. You may now rest in peace. And then we go back to sleep. Oh no, am I stuck here? Hello? Is there anybody out there? Oh no, the question mark. It's a normal question mark. Can you hear me? Anybody? Anyone? Pizza? Help? Debug. Lost. Exit. Reboot. Restart. Die. Nope. Got nothing. Panic? Nope, that didn't work either. Run. No, that didn't work either. That didn't work either. So, I'm a little confused. I kind of felt railroaded a little bit through this one. It's kind of like we presented... Check. Inventory. Oh, I thought it said pants. I have torch, hammer, and prints. So I feel like we were a little bit railroaded in this, and the fact that when we were making some of these choices, it was almost like there was a larger weight on which one we should pick. So I was almost always inclined to pick that one that's right in front of me, instead of them being more of a 50-50 or 25-25-25-25 choice. You know, it just didn't feel like these were even weighted when we were looking at them, and that's not as fun for us because we're trying to make the decision on what we're supposed to do. If I do it right and I don't actually go out of frame, I bet that does kind of look creepy. But do you know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of it has to do with the way that the text is lined up here. Some of it could be cleared up a little bit and cleaned up. I think that would be kind of helpful, just so everything looks a little bit nicer and streamlined. Like, let me back out of the experience and restart, and I'll talk about some of those specific examples. Okay, so let's enter the house. So, like, we have this. Oh, that's where I goofed. Enter house. You head off to the house. You enter the house. This is redundant. We already knew that we were going to go to the house. And when you say enter the house, you should already be in front of the house, right? That would be assumed that you're already there. So then you enter the house. The cold air fills your lungs as you smell the stench of rotting flesh coming from somewhere in the house. There's been foul play, and you were trying to get to the bottom of this. Option, enter bedroom. But then we go into adding more explanation, and then we get even more options. That felt a little confusing to me. So in the text adventure games that I've played in the past, and even tonight, you're telling the story of one room that is encapsulating all of the immediate choices within that phrasing, and then you're letting us make the decision on what to do, and that could be selecting from a few actions. So I think the easiest way to rephrase this, if you're going to keep these options visible, is move the sentence. Oh Jesus, I just clicked something. Oh, that's cool. Is to move the sentence, a human skull in the room has been frozen in nanocarbonate and there have been some foul play. Move that up to right after this. Let this just be a full paragraph being described to the room itself. And then at the bottom of that, give me those options. I kind of understand what you were trying to do. You were trying to break these down into small segments where I could work on those individual items and figure out what if I wanted to interact with left inventory or left option or right option, but it just became too confusing on what's really going on and kind of displaced me in the world. I wasn't sure, am I in the living room or am I in the bedroom? I'm not really sure where I am now. Was this just a bug or was this intentional? So reworking maybe how this is laid out as the text-based adventure, that might be the biggest thing that you could do here to just make that flow just a little bit better. And then we might be able to explore more of this game and not feel like we're kind of thrown about the way that we are right now. And that'll definitely help the story, because we're not going to be so confused where we're kind of coming in and out of the experience as much. But nonetheless, you still created it. You still made a game. You submitted it. Good job for you. Glad you made it. You have music in the background. A lot of these text-based adventures are not going to have music, so kudos to Yudos for that. What else? I'm always fine, and I didn't really have a problem with this one, but I'm always fine with really cool fonts as long as they are readable. We want to be able to understand all of the fonts that are in games, no matter how cool they are, or no matter how 3D they look, or how fancy they are, or how much it looks like cursive that a lot of people can't read these days. If it's not legible, if you can't read it, it's useless. It's garbage. Don't use it. It's just useless to you. It makes it harder on the people who are trying to play your game, because they're spending more time trying to figure out what the heck that even says than enjoying your game. So you don't want that. But good job. This is Sherlock Holmes Future Detective 2099 by Skrumf. Also, I like that idea. I thought that was pretty cool. You're resurrecting somebody who is known as a detective coming to solve that mystery. I think that was pretty cool. Maybe if we could have some dialogue with Watson, that would be even cooler. I would really enjoy that. All right. On to the next one. All right. Next game. This is Downtime Detective by ShainaSenpaii. Let's gander, shall we? Oh, I clicked the button. It's been 6 months since the incident. 6 months on leave. Look at this art. Very nice art. 6 months without a badge. Is that all? Is that all I am? Warning, this is being updated, so has intro, really, and first platform level not complete. It feels like that's all I know. That's okay. It's been quiet, but not a calm quiet. Awaiting silence, uneasy. And don't press next until it's complete. It won't skip. It will skip. Okay. I was ready to shrug the feeling off, calling myself paranoid. Oh, look at the little girl. Person's really detailed. I like that. That's when the first message appeared. A map. Looks like it was drawn by a child. How did they get into my house? Written on the back of an old case file. Clearly a message. Yeah, I like the art style. I better follow up in the morning. Oh god. Run! Run! Find the clue! I gotta find the clue before my ice cream runs out. Okay, I can jump. What type of game are they playing? First a playground and now a rocking horse? Ice cream? Oh! She's adorable! Yes, please. Sherlock's Dippery. We haven't been there in ages. How did they know? Aww, is the little girl playing like a little scavenger hunt with her dad? Or not scavenger hunt, but like a treasure hunt? I'll put my shoes on. Things are heating up. There's something tickling at the back of my mind. I'm close. I can tell. I better take JC with me. This is adorable. No telling how long they've been watching and what their goal is. Oh, I love this. This is adorable. No! We won't get to know. Oh, that's adorable. Ah, we'll update that when the game is complete. Lowercase dad. The Krunkenstein. Hey. Oh, you're right. Yeah, this one was capital. We will. Programmer is finishing it. Oh, that's cute. Very gruff and tough dad. He's bored, I guess, out of his mind. He's been on leave for 6 months with no badge, so he's kind of on edge. He's looking for action. He's looking for something to go wrong, and all of a sudden somebody slips him a note. It's like, wait a minute. How did that get in my house? You know, he's already like a little bit past delusional because he hasn't got to work on anything in such a long time. So he's like, I've got to figure this out. What is going on here? And, you know, it's just her daughter or his daughter playing a little game on him. She probably thinks nothing other than I'm getting ice cream or I'm going to try to get ice cream. I love that. Cute, awesome. I really think this is neat. I would love to see. So I want to continue down this path of dad is in this state of delusion or hypersensitive to any of this type of like mystery stuff. I wonder if there's a way where we could, so we have this like map that they showed us. I'll go forward until we get to that map. This map. I wonder if we could do like, you know how like when they have like a kidnapping or something like that and they do the magazine cutouts of the letters, it's all, you know, bullcrap, but that kind of thing where they're trying to leave a little note and it's just the little girl saying like she hid one of her dad's possessions or something. Ransom note, that's the word I'm looking for. And, you know, it could be something harmless like a sock or a shoe or, you know, something stupidly harmless that the kid's just like, well, this will be fun if I hide. Maybe his cell phone, so he's just really like, well, where's my cell phone? You know, it's gone. Somebody has stolen my cell phone. And, you know, the little girl is just like, oh, this is just gonna be this is just gonna be a fun little game to play with dad, and I'll just tell him at the very end. I could see this being awesome. This could be an awesome little game. I wrote 3. I just wrote 3 for scope. Wait till you play the last level. I want to play it. I can't wait till it's done. Unfortunately, that's all we have to kind of base our opinion off of is what we have in front of us right now. But I think executed really well. The typing, which is a very small detail, but it sounds like an old-fashioned typewriter, makes me think like Law and Order. Oh gosh, what are some of those older Criminal Mind shows, Criminal Investigation Squad, those kind of things? It definitely makes me think of that kind of thing. Dr. Monkfish, again, will you give him my best? It's been a while since I've heard from him, and I love his work. He's done an excellent job creating the soundscape for this. Again, once again, great job. Good. Glad he knows I'm thinking about him. But super good. I'm loving this character. He's definitely got that gruff look to him, but you can tell he favors his daughter. He really does care about her. What happens if we just let the timer run out? Obviously, this is all placeholder art right now, just enough to get the general sense of what's going on. I'd love to see more of that later on with a little bit more detail. He does have the hiccups. He was touched game number 9. I also wrote, and it is finished. The game does have great overall design. Absolutely. Yes, there will be a platformer level. Oh, gotcha. Oh no. Stuck. I just want to play on the swing. Let me swing, please. Please, please, let me swing. He's got some funk. He's got some funk in his step. Unfortunately, you ran out of time. What would you like to do? Retry. I like the hiccups thing. I think that's funny. I don't know. Maybe it's not hiccups. Maybe he has gas. I have no idea what's going on here. But super cute. Your character for the little girl also is super adorable. Looked extremely innocent. She's trying to play a fun little game with her dad. Her dad is a little bit delusional because he's been off the force for such a long time. Great little story there. And it's got a nice little hook there because I do want to see what's going to happen with them. Is she going to be put in the line of fire? Is something going to happen that actually, gets a little bit bigger than maybe this is just a little game between the father and the daughter, and music got a little bit louder. And maybe it's something a little bit more serious that, he's actually now having to step in and be the detective or the police officer to protect his daughter or something like that. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. The way he's dropped reminds me of Mr. Game & Watch from Super Smash Brothers, right? Nah, from the old days. I'm glad I got to do games with more writing this time around. I watched narrative sketches from Whose Line Is Anyways. Oh, man, that's a great show. Do you watch the old one with Jim Carrey or the new one with... I forgot her name. What was her name? What's the other girl? The girl that took over? Colin and Drew. Oh, Colin. Oh, Colin. Didn't know there was a new one. Yeah, there was a new one. This is, I don't even know if it's, I'm pretty sure it's still on TV. Let me just do the Goog real quick. Whoa, that was a cool in sound. When you close out the window, it makes a neat sound. But anyways, before we close up there, Downtown Detective by ShainaSenpaii. Thank you guys so much for making this. I know Dr. Monkfish is in this as well. Fell Muffin. Thank you guys for making that. That was beautiful. I had so much fun playing that game. I love the direction of the story that we're heading here. I think it's a neat little premise. Your character design is spot on as always. Even your background layouts and stuff, those look really, really good as well. I'd love to see what you guys continue to make in the future. Every week you guys are challenging yourself, making more and more complex games, more original ideas, and it's a full package. So anybody who is working as a solo dev right now, I highly encourage talk with these guys, get some advice why they like working as a team better than solo deving, because I know a lot of them have solo devs before. So talk with them, learn why it's so important to work with other people and why that makes a better game in the end. Because you've seen some of these games that have been created by multiples instead of just a single dev. They are amazing. They are really, really good. We support each other. Yep. Yep. All right. So, hearts around for love. But seriously, thanks for making such an awesome game. Such an awesome game. Now, we have a special game to go through next. And I'm very excited to be the one who is spearheading this activity. So, we are going to be playing... Let me full screen this here so it looks all nice and fancy. And, let's see. Let's do this. I may end up changing this as this progresses because I'm not completely versed on how this is going to look on screen, but we'll just play this as is, and I'll let them correct me if they feel like it may be better to be done a different way. Okay. All right, so the game that we're going to be playing is called Morg by Nekomatata. So this game is not going to be played just by me. That's the fun part of this game. Goodbye, all. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great night. See you later, alligator. Have a great one. I know it's super early for a bunch of you guys. Come and join me. Come out to this website. Make sure you're logged in. And then we're going to play a little game together. This game is Morg by Nekomatata Studios. So go log in there. Go sign in. And then after you get logged in, we're going to start playing this here. And I'll go ahead and read the first line just so we're kind of on the same page. This is going to be a text adventure, but we're going to be playing it together. It's not going to be just by ourselves. So we have a good amount of time that we can spend on this. I'm still going to play the rest of the games tonight. Let's see. I want to see how far down that will actually go. Okay, so I'm probably going to cut the top of Morg off just so we can get more of the bottom, unfortunately, just so I can see a little bit more. And then you guys who are at home get to see a little bit more of the screen as well. So, let me go ahead and set the scene for you. And that looks good. I woke up in complete darkness. My head hurt terribly. I couldn't remember where I was or what I was doing. Many thoughts raced through my mind like internal voices whispering to me. This can't be happening. I must be dreaming, I said to myself. I kept my eyes closed tight, tried to put my thoughts together. So if you would like to join us, I typed in chat that link there. It's just weeklygamejam.com/morg, which is the name of the game. You can join in and then you can talk. I always write poop to test. You can talk. You can type in here and you can try to help us progress this story. So this is just like any other text adventure. You're presented with a scene and you have to figure out how to progress that scene. So let's see what we can try to do here. Scanix. We have Scanix. We have Felma and Tori. Obviously, myself, and I'm a good boy. If anybody else wants to play, please join right in. Go to that website, and then you can type. I have thoughts, young blood. Welcome, dude. So glad you're in as well. So we're just going to keep playing. I'm going to put some tunes in on the background so we have something nice to listen to. Maybe something a little spoopy. I clicked the think button. My mind is blank. It'll just take me to my Weekly Game Jam page. Try going to that again. There's the full link itself. Does not come at all. Kool-Aid. All right, so let's see what we can do. I kept my eyes closed tight and tried to put my thoughts together. Maybe wake up? Nope. Hello? 1 cent in my bank account bought. Oh, somebody got it. Open eyes. I opened my eyes, but it was still pitch black. I'll scroll down so we can see a little bit more of what's been typed as we go along. This will be something I'm just kind of learning here, so we'll just figure it out as we go. Opened my eyes, it was still pitch black. I was in some kind of dark place. I slowly stood up, felt around me, and found a corner. I realized I was probably in a small room. How did I end up here, I thought. We got another discovery. I felt along the walls to turn the lights on for a long time. For a long time, all I could feel was cold plaster, and then finally a switch. Click. The sudden brightness hurt my eyes, and I was struck with a dizzying surge of pain in my brain. I put my hands on my face and sat back down. When I opened my eyes again, I saw it. The dead body was lying on the ground, between a bed and the door, face down in a pool of blood. I felt terrified. I had a bad feeling like something was squeezing my guts hard. I had no idea what happened, but this person had been obviously stabbed to death. But who killed him? Look at body, inspect, turn off lights. Nope. Click. I'm out of here. You killed him. Clean knife of fingerprints. I killed him. But who killed him? Your father. Your mother. Was it your brother? Brother. Who killed him? Sister? Maybe? The maid. It was the maid. All right, let's see if I can rephrase that screen so you can see a little bit more of that full section text. It's hard to frame it just right since it kind of scrolls down everything. I think I'll move that down just a little bit more so you can see some more of the responses. The butler. Okay, so I'm in a house. Who killed him? Himself? Him? Did I kill him? Was it Tori? I felt terrible. Who killed him? Did I kill him? Brother bot? Your brother? Your brother? Sister? Uncle? Grandpa? Turn around body. So I can't, it doesn't seem like I can interact with the scene. Yeah, maybe, inspect knife? No. Sudden bright eyes, put my hands on my face, set back down. When I opened my, oh, we got it. We got it. Search body. Dang. We got some smart people. Oh, it was Tori. He seemed like a middle-aged man. He was wearing a worn-off leather jacket and had a connection implant on the right side of his neck. Probably a hacker. I took a deep breath and checked his pockets. His name was Les Freiser, and he was born in 2022, according to his ID. I also found a small key, the kind they use for doors and windows in Technotals. Technotals? Technotels? Technotels! Oh! I like a hotel. I like it. I took it. At this point, I just wanted to leave this place. I was completely lost. For all I knew, I very well could have been murdered. I could very well have been the murderer or the next victim. As I approached the door, open door. As I approached the door to unlock it, I hear a bang from the other side. "Police, open up!" shouted someone with a deep voice. In a state of panic, I look back at the room and find a possible escape. The voices in my head grew louder, shouting different things. Invite police. Hello, police. What can I do for you, sir? Open window. I checked the curtains on the opposite wall, opened them, and discovered a wall. Discovered a window. I tried to pull the handle, but it didn't unlock. Open the door now, shouted the person outside, banging at the door. I was stressed and didn't know what to do. I tried to open the window another time, but couldn't turn the handle or even pull it when I tried as hard as I could. Use card key. Good job, young blood. I was slightly relieved when I noticed a small slot under the handle. I used the key card on it, heard a click sound, and could open the window at last. I looked outside. It was the middle of the night. I realized the room was at the upper floor of a fairly large building. No way I could jump without breaking my leg at best. I had to make a decision fast. Hide behind curtain. Yeah. Bed sheets, maybe? Get naked. I don't think that's gonna help. Take the stairs. Parachute. There we go. So many people saying jump. Don't jump inner thoughts. Window, small key card, open door, climb, go outside, hide under bed. Oh, Climb up. Good job. Oh, didn't somebody say climb up? Somebody said climb. Oh, I said climb. Dang it. Let's see. I decided to climb my way up to the roof. I crouched on the side of the window, reached the gutter, and got to the top. I was safe for now, but I didn't know where to go. I looked around, then started to run to the next building, ready to jump. At this moment, I got stopped by a loud roaring sound, and I turned around, and a levy craft was flying right behind me. Get in. We're going back to the base, said the monotone voice of the pilot droid. I stood still, frozen with dread. I didn't know how to react. After a moment of hesitation, continue climbing. I accepted the proposal. I had no idea where this vehicle was going to take me, but at least it seemed like I wasn't going to be arrested. It was a better situation than before. I sat in the back of the levy craft at the back seat of the levy craft. As we started to fly around, I heard police sirens at a distance, but apparently they had no aircraft on the spot, and no vehicle went after us. We'll be at the destination in 3 hours and 12 minutes, announced the pilot. Lots of thoughts were going through my mind. What happened exactly that night? Where was I going now? The journey was going to take a while, so I could use the time to get information from the droid, but my head was killing me, and I couldn't think straight. I tried to make sense of the different voices shouting inside of my mind. I had a difficult question to ask, but I was afraid to answer. Oh, I love this. Climb up. Everybody's just climbing. We're just doing the thing of climbing, just standing there. It's funny. The little picture icons are perfect little indicators for me to know kind of where I need to phrase it on the screen. That's kind of nice. Who was this hacker? Who killed him? And how was he murdered? I asked the droid as intelligently as possible. The answer to your first question is confidential, he started. And then he added, you killed him. You fulfilled your task. Oh, no. I was struck by that fact, even though I had already suspected it. How is that possible? Was I under control by someone during this time? I tried very hard to remember what had happened in the last few days, but I completely forgot. I tried to ask more questions, but my companion refused to share anything else. Without rest, with the pain still buzzing in my head, and the voices still going, we arrived at an anonymous building at the seaside. 2 large gates opened, and we landed in the basement. We were in a vast room with multiple doors around the walls. We arrived at our destination. Please proceed, said the drone, while one of the doors opened. I walked inside and followed Cordell to another opening door. I ended up in a small, bright room with only a bed and a computer console. The door closed behind me, and I was a prisoner. I sat on the bed for a moment, trying to figure out of the situation. I'm a good boy, said, let's use the computer. I approached the display, and the monitor came alive. It displayed, welcome, Morg, 8688. Mission success. 1 casualty. You have no new tasks for now. Ooh. The recollection came to me like a punch. It suddenly all made sense. The words fell from my mouth. I'm a droid. No new task? I've never felt this before. What do I do now, I thought. I was stuck in a loop of feeling purposeless. Ooh. Oh. He feels this whole time he felt like he was a human being, only to find out when he gets back to his home base what's really going on. So there must be something that is taking over his normal thought process when that happens, to only focus on his target. And then after that, all that gets turned back off, and then he's back to normal. But he loses all of those memories until I guess it comes back to life. Sleep. What do I do now? Walk. I am a restart. When in doubt. Power out. Get out, break out. Jump. Search room. Be sought. I am a man. Search wall. Sudo reboot. Debug. Dang it. Root. Examine bed. Examine computer. Login. Install Apache 2. Now we're just programming your creature. Oh, break free. Haha. There we go. Good job. Good job. I knew that as a droid I wasn't supposed to think by myself, but apparently some voices in my head were trying to help me make decisions. I think that's us, guys. I follow the one that urged me to escape this place. Ooh. Oh, it is us. I follow the one that urged me to escape this place. First, I checked the door and it had no lock. I was wondering if there was a way to control it remotely. Log in. Turn on computer. Think. Unlock. Circuit. Short circuit. Enter passcode. Call for help. Kick door. Yell. Fall. Don't I have android superpowers? Ram the door. Think for myself. Ask. Punch door. Check the floor. Break door. Am I real or not? Connect to computer. Hack computer. Aha! I did a thing! I'd be so proud of myself right now. I gave a try at hacking the computer. Even though my memories were blurry, it was still like I knew exactly what I was supposed to do. I checked the right side of the console and was able to remove a panel. I had access to the motherboard, but I felt the back of my right hip and found what I was intuitively looking for. I opened a tiny lid, pulled a wire out, and connected it to a specific spot on the circuit inside the terminal. I was in. Oh, lordy. All right, now we're doing math problems. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if that equals 240. Okay, 85. There we go. Good job, Dacio. All right, now we got a new one. 18A plus 18A plus 18A equals AAA. What is A? Somebody quick solve for A. What is A? Where's Wolfram Alpha? Let's see. So that's 54A equals AAA. We take the A. Man, it's been a long time since I've done algebra. I'm just gonna sit back and watch beautifully. 49E. I don't think that's right. We got two people saying 18. Well, I'm gonna say 19. Let's see if Wolfram Alpha can still figure it out. Actually, I should be able to. Wolfram Alpha. Such a great program for math problems. Zero. 54x x 3 is its simplified version. Is that what we want? Are you wanting the simplified? What? It's asking for triple A. Oh, not A. Oh, you're right, it is. It rude. It's not tow truck. Five, 5, 5? What? 5, 5, 5? Are you kidding me? What? How did that work? We're lolling so hard. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Who's this story person saying these things? Oh, we got the third one in. All right. Main interface. Security routines. Disable door lock. All doors unlock. Logged out. The door opened automatically. I walked out of the room carefully. I thought I would hear an alarm or footsteps, but nothing happened. I took the corridor back to the main room. The Lovercraft was still there in front of the gate, but I knew I wouldn't be able to drive it. Ask for pilot. Oh, no. Call an Uber. Or maybe call a lift. No? No? Call a levy lift? No? Okay. Call mom. Call friend. Pilot. Jump. Run on foot. Young Black, what do you mean? 555. Whoa! Gates. I checked the main gates and realized they would unlock too. I stepped out of the building. I was free. I still didn't know what the voices in my mind were really. Did I get hacked? Was it a bug in my brain circuit? I would never know for sure, but I felt very grateful for them, for waking up my consciousness and guiding me. I had a new life to start and a whole world to explore. End of transmission. To be continued. Morg, a game by Nekomatata. Guys, freaking sick. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. That was amazing. This was really cool. I'm loving every bit of this. The group mentality. Parser could use some work, but the idea is very cool. I'm sure we just need a larger database of acceptable terms. You know, that's for sure what could be used there. Because, you know, open a door, push a door, press a door, pull the door, would also be getting to the other side of that door. That was so cool. I really enjoyed that. I'm sure you guys were getting a good laugh out of watching us play that as well. The interface, smooth, slick, felt really nice to watch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is all using Discord's backend to make all this happen. And then the front is just your website itself that's hosting this chat on here. I think that's really cool. Impressed. Very impressed with this. The story that we as the people in the chat are his collective consciousness. That's a neat idea. I really, really like that idea. Really, really do. I do want to see this get expanded. Absolutely. I think really exploring us touching this world through the consciousness of this robot is could be a very neat premise. I mean, that could be really, really big, really. Like, that really could be a very large game that we're peering inside of this world only through the eyes of the robot. That's the only way we can see what's going on. You can tell a lot of really neat stories and stuff like that with this approach, because we're only going to get the information that the robot is allowing us to get through his actions. That's really cool. I mean, I'm really impressed by that. It's a good restriction, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, that you don't see in a lot of games. You know, you think about first-person shooter, you think about platformers. You are in complete control of that character, and you can go anywhere that you please. But with this type of approach, as I said, you're only getting that story through his eyes and his eyes only. And he's also becoming more in control of his life. So at some point, I even imagine that he's going to start rejecting our consciousness. And then it's going to be up to maybe the players to decide, do we usurp his control and put him under the same type of system that whatever this organization was that has these droids? Or do we choose to give him free will and remove ourselves? That could be a really neat game that is pulled back and forth between the players. You know, if you think about like a Twitch plays kind of games, you know, what is the outcome of the story going to be? And that's based off of, you know, just the majority of chat, what they actually want as a whole. That's cool. That's really cool. Honestly, this could be something that makes it into a Twitch chat kind of game, Twitch plays kind of game. That absolutely could see that happening for sure. Impressed. Impressed. Very, very much impressed. Wow. Awesome. Great job, guys. So that was Morg by Nekomatata. Definitely go check them out. Let me link you some of their information just so you have that. Their actual studio, I think, is called Hey Nekomatata. So here is their Twitter page if you want to go follow them. They also have a couple other games. Soot, Ping Pong Pals, and 13 and a Half Cats are playable. You can definitely go check them out. They have plenty of games and stuff that you can have fun with. I totally recommend 13 and a Half Cats. A great little demo on their website. Touching. You have to really think about it. It's one of those where it's a little bit farther. And we're in the footer of the Morg page. You're in the footer of the Morg page? Oh yeah, that's right. You have all the information. You can see all of the chat. Yes, they are at the very bottom of that. You'll see all their information down there, where you can find them and whatnot. So please make sure, number one, you go follow them on Twitter so you can keep in touch with all of their updates about their personal studio and what they are making. So I'll show you their information down here at the very, very bottom of the page, which you can't see because I have cut that off. And they have a cute little logo too. So there you can see their information. It's kind of dark because it is a dark screen with gray text, but make sure you go follow them on Twitter so you can stay close to them and learn about all the games that they're going to be making, stuff coming out in the future. I promise you do not want to miss. You do not want to miss. They're awesome people. They are the administration of Weekly Game Jam. That's why we are all here, because they made that game jam. So I definitely recommend you go show them some love and appreciation for what they've done for you guys. Okay, now let's keep pursuing these games tonight. We have 4 more to go through. We're making pretty good time. I'm proud of you guys. You guys did that in just a little over. I think that was about 15. I think it's about 15 minutes. You have 4 more. I have 4 more games. Yes, I do. Thanks for the good times, Nico. Absolutely. Yeah, we love you guys so much. We preach. Without you guys, none of this would happen. I especially would not be here because, for those of you who don't know, I reached out to Paulie a long time ago and asked if he'd be interested in me streaming one of his games called Soot, one of his first release games on the Hey Nekomatata branding. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll play it. And then he's like, also, we have a game jam if you'd like to, I don't know, maybe stream those or something. And I was like, all right, well, sure, why not? Let's see how that goes. And here we are on week 91. I started on week 12, I think. And I have not missed a single week. I've streamed every single one of them in some fashion, streamed or uploaded. Can't wait for 100. Dude, 91. That's right, 91. I started week 90. Woohoo! Competition week. And I have to preface this, Nico, just so you guys know as well. I'm very sad, but I'm not going to be in town on week 100. I'm on vacation. I'm going to be at the beach. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to still do that without like losing the momentum of that. We're going if I've done my time right, somebody will have to go back and correct me, but I'm pretty sure week 100 falls on the 16th, which is literally my wedding anniversary. So I'm not missing that because married. Nico, oh, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate you guys. Oh, you guys are always so good to me. I just can't say it enough. You guys really are so good to me. Thank you so much. Preach, preach, preach. So we'll have to figure out something to do with week 100, because I still want to dedicate a good amount of time to it, just because it is such a large number and it represents an amazing community that I'm talking about all the time. Really, anytime that I can talk to somebody about game dev, Weekly Game Jam comes up within the first couple sentences for sure. Because I just love you guys so much. I just love you guys. Ah, okay. Okay. Calm now. I'm calm. I'm calm. All right. Let's see. Next game is called Keywater by Miss Alpha. Let's take a gander. Do we have any sounds? No sounds? Okay. Drop this back on. Are there sounds? There's sound. Oh, there it goes. Oh, sliding back and forth. That's cool. So when I go out of the game, we just lose the sound. Okay. Start. Drop that down a little bit. It was dark when he sent the first message. I remember thinking something was off. He wasn't quite himself. Funny how we can sense so much from the way someone texts. Words, choice, syntax, hesitation. He was definitely troubled. The fact that he reached out for help was telling himself. Usually I'd leave this kind of thing to the authorities. I was new in town and the ink was still wet on my PI license. Sounds like a party on the beach. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I am still sad that it's on the same week as week 100, but I like my wife. I love my wife. She's my pride and joy. She means more to me than anything, so gotta keep my priorities in check, because without her, I wouldn't be anything. Baby, I love you, just in case you ever had any doubt in your mind. I love you. She just shook her head at me. She shook her head. No big deal. It's fine. I love her. But we've been friends for years, and the locals haven't turned up any new leads. For missing a little town like Keywater, and you start to wonder, what do they have in common? Is there a chance they were still here? Did Tristan come to me as a friend or a client? Ooh, I have a hello phone. Ooh, I like this art style. Cassandra, are you free to talk? Ooh, I love this. The great thing about text is you can talk with your mouth full. What's up? We should get together soon. It's been too long. ... I don't know. I can't even make that big of a frown face. Have you heard about all those missing people? Keywater isn't that big of a place. Why you ask? Want the big tough newly minted PI to walk you home after work? I just can't stop thinking about him. No sign of struggle, no suspects. Just here one day and gone the next. Like they've been erased. This is really bothering you, isn't it? There's definitely something wrong. He usually used emojis to express himself. I was worried. I just kept picturing them all alone. Scared. Hi. Tristan? I feel like we're connected. I accepted years ago I wouldn't find all the answers and to make sure I had the skills to dig for those I could. Will you help me? I'll do what I can, Tristan. Dot 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 dot. Thank you. One too many ellipses. That's how I ended up pouring through missing persons case files. Click on a folder to read it. Ooh. Let's look at good old Patricia Smith. Case file number 1. Patricia Patty Smith. High school senior, 18, African American, single, no children. Last seen October 10th. Wasn't my first missing persons I'd work on, but usually I was chasing skipping bonds and late child support. Case file 2. Doug Brown, retired accountant, 68. Caucasian, divorced, no children. Last seen October 18th. What's the connection? Was it just a coincidence? The only thing they seem to have in common is they're all born and raised in Keywater. I didn't think this would be my first case. The local deputy wasn't much help, but he did try. Case 3. Wendy Martinez, secretary, 36, Hispanic, married, no children. Last seen October 25th. Maybe small town life wasn't for me. Tristan made it seem like the idyllic town was just enough crime and eccentric characters to pay my bills. Hang up. Oh, I didn't get a chance. Keywater Sheriff's Department office, you've reached Deputy Forrest. What can I do for you? Deputy Forrest, just the man I wanted to speak to. Cassandra Wise, P.I. Ah, the new girl in town. How about you settling in? No trouble, I hope. Just fine, Deputy. Already feel at home. I bet you heard about them missing people. Don't let that worry you. There's no evidence of foul play. It's actually why I was calling, Kim. Kim? Aw, dang it. I've taken on the case, and I was wondering if there was any insight you can offer. Hey, you know what? I bet that sheriff would be okay with me sending over a copy of them case files. Really? There's nothing classified? Oh, posh. Like I said, no sense of foul play. Why don't you swing by the office and pick up the copies? Ooh, they did a process stream? If you happen to have a link, you should throw that. Yes, please. All right, then. Thank you. Click. He's right there. There's nothing here. They all went to the same therapy center, but that's not unusual in a small town. They were all being seen for different reasons, I better. Notice the phone just lost its mind. Hey there, Cassandra. I hope this is a good time for you to call. Hi, Kim. I was just going over the files. Perfect. I found something that wasn't included in the copies. I didn't see how it was relevant, but maybe you'll find it useful. It's a page for Patty Smith's diary. I think just a bunch of scribbles or a poem or something. Thank you, Kim. I'll take a look. Hey, it's my pleasure, new girl. I'm about to go on lunch, so I'll catch up with you later. Alone, alone, alone. I dream of the forest. Dark times. And I'm not alone. Isolation. Things I fear. Too much attention. Too many people near. Silence, silence, silence. Why don't they leave me alone? I see him in the forest. Not a bad poem, full of anxiety. Does it mean anything? Or is it just uncensored thoughts of a teenager entering adult world? I was a mess at 18, and my poetry wasn't near as good as this. I see him in the forest. Casual Spooks. I like that name. I'm worried, Cassie. I have this feeling that something isn't right. All I see when I close my eyes is flashes of light in the darkness. All I dream of is the forest. Let me call you. Are you feeling good, Tristan? You look a little tired. It's been a long time since I felt okay, I think. I feel like I'm losing myself, losing time. I don't know what's real or what's in my mind. What were you just saying about the forest? I just seem to dream about it a lot. I don't know why. It's okay, Tristan. I'm here for you. I'm here to talk. I'm here to listen. I'm here to help. Can I help? I I don't know, Cassie. Everything I think is in white and red. I don't know where it comes from, and I don't know where it goes. Everything is too big, and I feel too small. Napkey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I really do. Getting us closer to that goal of 700. I can't stop thinking about them. About the forest. Sometimes I feel like a monster. I mean, you look kind of scary. He knows something. Tristan, is there something you're not telling me about the missing people? If I knew, I would tell you. I came to you, remember? Tristan, you're hurt. Where did you get those scratches? Oh my God. Those are gashes, not scratches. I don't know. I woke up with them, I guess. Cassie, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like a monster? He's not a monster. Did he do something? Tristan, those don't look like an accident. I've tried to remember. I don't know. Maybe I did them to myself, okay? Sounds crazy. Oh, I didn't mean to press that one. Whoops. What are you pushing yourself for, Tristan? Maybe it's your subconscious telling you something. I don't know, Cassie. I just want to stop. I need answers. I thought you would help. You always used to help. I don't know who I should listen to. I don't know who I am. What am I becoming? Hello from an aspiring indie game dev. Well, I am glad you are here. There's lots of really good resources in the chat today. We were playing some games created during the weekly game jam, which is as I said, weekly game jam. So definitely sign up. Just go to weeklygamejam.com and there's tons of information there and a Discord that you can join. Get in there, start deving. It's the best way, really, to practice your skills. If you ain't already in a game jam. I think you need a little more help than I can offer. Why don't we go? Yes, I should go. Could I have done anything different? There are people missing and Tristan is hiding something. I don't know what's... Oh, music. I don't know what's wrong with him, but if he knows something, I need to find out. You're welcome. I'm glad I could give you a nice warm welcome. As I said, there's tons of other people in the chat that will give good advice. So I normally play the games from the weekly game jam, and I'll give some constructive criticism usually towards the end of the game itself. And I'll do that with 12 games out of the games that are created every single week. So this is a weekly reoccurring thing. So you get lots of good feedback, not only from me, but then also from the people in chat. So totally recommend it. Totes Goats. I don't know. They could still be alive. I may be their only hope. The night seems darker in the forest. Maybe I should have brought someone with me. But Tristan is a werewolf. I don't want to spook Tristan. I want to help him, but I need to get to the bottom of this. Cassandra Wise, P.I. Don't you think it's a little unwise to go trapezing through the cave alone at night? Definitely. I have a flashlight, and now I'm talking to myself. Yep, I think I hear something. Oh, there's cages. What? Patty, it's okay. Don't be afraid. Wendy, he helps. Oh, no. It doesn't hurt. Oh, no. Cassandra. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, who is he? I feel weird. I feel your pain, Tristan, with the sad eyes. I have dreamed of you. Ooh. Creeps. A Wendigo. That is what some call me. Though I don't know of all the legends, we have our own. Why did you take these people? You need to let them go. What makes a person? Is it their flesh? Their memories? I feel their pain. I offer reprieve. I consume that which they cannot bear. I will not fight you, but I will think you will find they do not wish to go. Tristan, their loneliness matches mine. I am empty, craving. It is not pleasant, but it sustains me. I'm sorry I didn't trust you, Tristan. I was worried. They do not wish to live. They cried out to me. I help. They are free to start their lives anew. But it's part of who they are. You're taking away their control, their identity. They chose. I help. Take it. He chose. I helped. No, take it all. I don't want it. The visions, the voices, I'm tired and I'm scared. I've never considered this. No, Tristan. There has to be another way. There is so much pain. I can bear it. I can fear. I fear he cannot. I can help him. He chose. Oh no. Oh no. He fell into the paint bucket. Ooh. I downloaded this as of today by about 2 hours before the jam. I'm so sorry, Tristan. She smells of pain. Oh, oh, oh. Oh no. I can help. Oh, this is good scenery, man. There's a bug. The Deputy Kim portrait wasn't there. Oh, okay. Thank you for playing. Oh no, that's the end. Oh gosh. Well, there's an alternate ending. Oh, there's an alternate ending. Oh, dude. I guess that would make sense. If you talk to them differently, you could definitely get another ending out of that. Wow. I'm hooked. I'm loving it. The story, the artwork, it feels a very polished. There's a new genre. This was Miss Alpha. This is Keywater by Miss Alpha. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There's a new genre of these types of games that are starting to make themselves appear, where we are. Hi, what's up, Sekraz? Welcome, man. Well, it's super early for you. Good morning. Good morning. Where they are like pretending they're on cell phones most of the time, or we're on a computer screen, or something of that nature. There's a really big popular one that Markiplier played a couple years ago, I think. Might have been last year. I can't remember exactly what that's called, but yeah, I totally want to see more of this game. I think this looks really interesting. To me, it kind of, yeah, Simulacra, however you pronounce that. But yeah, that type of game. Just go Google those. There's tons of games like that where I do want to see what happens, but I don't have enough time to play them all, just because we're gonna end up running out of time. And I don't want to spend too much time. I will let someone else go through that second ending. I'm sure we will get something normal. Normal lost phone. Is that another really good one? But yeah, you guys go play this. Let me give you the link so you can do so. Down. I'll have to play it yourselves. That's right, winky face. Winky, winky face. I'll switch back over here and I'll get that Fernya. Oh, beautiful game. What a beautiful game. There's your link to that game if you guys want to go play that and see if you can get through the other one. Beautiful art, music, sound effects, polish, story, beginning, middle, and end. I'm hooked, as I said. I want to know what's happening more with these characters. I like the way that we were playing with the phone and going through these text messages like conversations. Brought me back to my IM days, or Trillion, or AOL. I love that. Very, very good. I honestly think the only thing I could say is just such a minute thing. It's really irrelevant to this point. But I think just polishing up the arts themselves, giving a little bit more solid or bold lines of these characters, not saying that they need like outlines, but just saying that they are more finalized in their form. And again, that's a small thing because this is just a game jam version. That's pretty much it. You've already got 2 endings in a game jam game with such an amazing team. That's awesome. Congratulations to you guys. Again, guys who are working solo, please reach out to these teams. Miss Alpha, Nico, Matata. Who else do we have? ShainaSenpaii. Super 8-Bit Rafa, I think is solo dev. Yeah. Stormfather. No, Super 8-Bit's worked with somebody else before. Stormfather has worked with some other people. It's really a good idea to get in a team and create these friendships. And I think beyond game jams too. For those of you who aren't in college yet, once you get to college, you will find that you will have to do a lot of group projects, which does mean you have to learn how to work with other people, even though you don't want to. Gonna have to. You've got no choice. If you're gonna pass that class, you're gonna have to figure out how to work with somebody else. Better to do that in the confines of your own home, where you get to control a little bit more of the environment and learn it, than having to figure all that out in college. So I totally recommend anybody to try to get in a group. And then you get to focus on what you're really, really good at, too. On top of that. All right. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. Dog's playing with cables. Next game on our list is Network Detective by davewillfindya. Davewillfindya. Latest look. I don't know if there's any sound. Man. Had that looking all nice and fancy. And then I went and moved it. Right about there. Come on. Resize for me. There we go. Boom, boom. All right, so this is our start screen. We just get dropped right into the game itself. No login prompt or anything like that. We are just in. So we've already hacked into the matrix. So let's play some STEM. Nope. Paint. Nope. Jot. Nope. Java. Nope. Start. Start. Nope. Web. Oh, okay. Detective Dave's advanced search engine that must be exclusively used for searches for the website. Hello, world. Okay. Files. I have none. Okay. Oh no. Shell. Email. Miss McCool's password. McCool. Ah, new email. I see. Hello, Detective Dave. We are interested in your ability to hack. If you help us find password to the email of Hodge McCool, we will reward you favorably. It is of utmost importance that you do not log into McCool's email. To get you started, here is the password of Stacy, a buyer of Hodge products. Stacy loves baseball. You know what to do from here. Okay, so Stacy loves baseball with the capital letters of the start of each one. Okay, so now we play games all day. STEM. Dang it. Tried. Phone. This doesn't look like phone. Phone. Start. File. Shell. Email. Okay. Web. Stacy. Go. Was it Stacy with an E? No E. Okay. Stacy. Dave. Google. I did not study STEM. Oh, I closed the game. Dag nabbit. They put the close the game right behind the actual, like, close buttons. So let's just bring the email up again so we make sure we get the text right. Can I dial? This is supposed to be the phone. Black screen. Yeah, all you see is the black screen. Okay. And boom. Well, you didn't miss anything. Sagely. Well, can I actually like Google search.com? We were off to a decent start. What if it's the same password? Stacy loves baseball. Rats. It wasn't. Login password. Stacy loves baseball. Current user Stacy. Oh, okay. Hey, friend, did you notice that Hodge Coffee is down? Hodge Coffee is down. Where are we supposed to get that good stuff, you know? question. I did not notice it was down. Thank you, friend. Let's check our email again. Hodge Coffee. Hodge Scoffy? Did I have the E? Ah! There we go. Welcome to Hodge Coffee, distributor of the best Colombian coffee in all of North America. Come get your coffee before it's too late. Website Guy. Copyright Guy. Guy is a family man who enjoys working at home with his wife and daughter Jezebel, born last week, April 3rd, 2019. Sold out. Okay, so maybe can do something like that. No. Login? No. Off? No. No. Wait. Hodge. Oh, wasn't that it? Oh. Just making notes so it's a little easier for me to type down some of these important things. We go back to the website, and we said Jezebel is his daughter, his new daughter, born on April, which is probably alluding to that that's the password that I need to be using. Just getting the spelling to make sure I get all that right. So now if I go to phone, because I can't use, now I go to email. Let's try Jezebel as is. Nope. 44319 040319 2019. Problem with this ideology is there's still too many variants on what that could be. Nineteen April 0419 dot 0419 0403 dot 0403. Back out to the web again. Oh, I can't activate the site unless I've read that email. Oh, that's kind of painful. Or I just can't access the site at all. Okay. Well, seem to have found myself in quite the pickle. Check and see if there's anything that I can get from the Game Jam page. Oh, did I just not type it right? Oh, you're right. I just spelled it wrong. Hodge's coffee. Guy is a family man who enjoys working at home with his wife and daughter Jezebel, just born last week. I mean, I'm liking this idea. I'm just not getting, I feel like, enough clues, or the solutions are still so complex that it's hard to rationalize what it could be, what these answers could be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's going to have Jezebel in it. It's going to have some reference to the date. Maybe it's a pin. 040319. 4319. Jezebel. 4319. 319. 4319. Oops. 4319. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, it's still really cool though. So that's 10 minutes. We do seem to be stuck at the very early of this game, unfortunately. I bet if I spent a lot more time, then I might be able to, you know, get a couple more clues and stuff together. I wish I had a little bit earlier instruction. Like maybe when I boot up the game itself, the very first thing I see is an open email that is instructing me what to do, instead of me just wandering around on the desktop of the operating system itself. That at least handholds me to the point where it's like, okay, I have enough understanding where I can walk freely in the game, instead of, I don't know, I'll just click buttons until something happens. Next big thing, I would say move your exit game from the top right-hand corner, where we're exiting windows. Move that down to like the bottom right, because that's not as important for us while we're playing this game, while we're going through these experiences and stuff. And then I don't accidentally close out of the game and then lose all of that progress that's, you know, I've gotten in the world. That would just suck. And I ended up doing that, but it didn't really cost me anything. You know, it wasn't like, oh crap, now I've lost all that. It was still towards the very beginning. I like these kind of games, I really do. I think these can turn into be really fun. They're really hard to make because you're making a visual operating system. There's not a lot of complexity behind it. You're just opening and closing things, but it's still very visual, and you want it to be responsive and not kind of clunky. Like this feels a little bit like good try towards it. I know these are really hard. I see your intent. We're trying to, there's a website, and it may still be around. It's called Hack This Site or Hack This Website or something like that. And that's what this made me think of, is I'm trying to figure out how to get through to a person, and I'm giving some clues on how to get there, and I'm having to figure out what to do with the rest of it. But very, very good job. I would love to see just a little bit more work on this game. Give us just a little bit more information up front instead of us just kind of wandering around. But good idea, good start. This was Network Detective by Dave Will Find You. Thank you so much, Dave. I hope you do find us. If you're looking for us, you can find us at twitch.tv/yourbrother. I'll be there. All right. Next game on the list. Close that down. Open that up. Boom. We got music on this one? Let's see. This is Detextive by DogHouseRockers. This is our start screen. Got 6 colors. Text. Our title screen. Title button. Oh, we are text. Yes. That is epic. Okay. Throw some tunes back on. E to talk. Tab to choose criminal. I think they're all suspect. Air keys to move around. Okay. What did you see at the time of the murder? Well, we were all hanging around, and then the lights shut off. I'm scared of the dark, so I just decided to sit here and hide myself. Next thing I know, Purple is screaming, Green's dead. Someone killed Green. You didn't notice anything? Actually, this might just have been my fear-riddled brain, but I could have sworn I heard a window being opened in the north side of the house. Well, let's go to the north, shall we? Victim, the dead guy. I guess you're the farthest north. What were you doing during the time of the murder? I went outside for a smoke when the power went out to calm myself down. What do you think anyone in here would kill Green? Dude, I don't know. She was the best girlfriend ever. I'm just shocked that anyone would kill her. It's super early for us. We are signing off. Good night. Good day, everyone. ZZZ. Thank you so much, Nico, for coming out and supporting the stream. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Get some sleep. Get to work in tomorrow. You guys have lots of game dev stuff to do. I am sure. Again, thank you for coming out and supporting the channel. Hope to see more from you soon. I don't know. She was the best girlfriend ever. I'm just shocked that anyone would kill her. Though her best friend Yellow always seemed like the creepy type to me. And I was always staring at Green. For show. For Rizzo my Nizzo. Or something super gangster, but not offensive. Tell me what happened when the power went out. At first, I was in the living room with everyone else. Then Red stepped out to smoke. True. Green went to go find some kind of light, and Purple went to the bathroom. Pink and I were the only ones in the living room when the lights came back on. Almost immediately after I heard that, I heard a scream, and Purple came running, screaming that Green had been murdered. How close were you to Green? As close as two best friends could be. I knew her better than anyone else. Any reason why someone would be striving to kill her? Look, dude, I'm barely holding myself together right now. That coupled with all the stupid questions you keep asking me are just really getting to me. Just please leave me alone. Please? Well. Tell me what you saw. When the lights went off, and soon after I realized I had to go to the bathroom and I couldn't hold it, so I went right away. Gotta go to work. Still next time. See you later, Sekraz. Hope you have a great morning. Enjoy your work. After I finished up, I decided to check to see if Green had found any kind of lights. I entered the room, the lights came on, and saw her there dead. Did you notice anything odd about Green or anyone else before or after the murder? Well, her boyfriend Red was always had a kind of an aggressive manner, but he was never physically aggressive. Oh, and her friend Yellow also seemed kind of distant from her tonight. They were always usually pretty super close. Where is... We talked to everybody. Yellow, red, pink, and purple. Okay. Red went out for a smoke. Yellow is the best friend. Pink was scared to death. And what was purple? Went to the bathroom. This person said they saw something go out the window. Telling where they were all hanging. Well, we were all hanging out, then the lights shut off. I was scared of the dark, so I decided to hide myself. Next thing I knew, Purple is screaming, Green is dead. Purple is screaming, Green is dead. Let's check the victim. Can I get anything here? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Any of these objects that I can interact with? No. I'm leaning towards purple. Right after I finish up Green, see if Green had found any lights. I entered the room, the lights came on. I saw her dead there. Purple. Wrong. You convicted the wrong person. Whoops. Same stories? If it wasn't purple, this person hid. Red didn't like yellow. Red is supposedly the aggressor. But he said he went outside when the power went out. He doesn't seem aggressive based off of his interaction, other than the fact that, you know, he lost his girl. Yellow? yellow. It wasn't purple. It wasn't yellow. Well, I guess then my gut reaction was, since we found out that he was the aggressor type, it's gonna have to be red. You were correct. Red was the one who killed green. Is that solely because we found out that he was aggressor? Was that the only point of evidence? Because nobody else spoke ill of red, but everybody else had something mean to say. Red stepped out to smoke. That's literally it. Is this the one that said red was aggressive? Yeah. Her boyfriend always had kind of an aggressive manner, but he was never physically aggressive. Oh, and her friend Yellow also seemed kind of distant. Okay, I mean, all of them still have pretty equal level of motive, I guess you could say. Red is the only one who I guess just kind of steps forward just a little bit more. Yeah, I'd say that's about where I sit with that. Well, let's just put the victim on the bed. Everything's fine. I wonder if she had that victim shirt on before or after she was killed. These are the things I want to know. But super cute little idea. We are actually text, so we are detectives. I thought that was a pretty good little play on words there. Each one of the characters had unique little stories about them. I would have honestly liked to see them kind of point at each other just a little bit more, and then, you know, have one of those that's just really favoring the other one, or favoring the actual killer itself. One that just is that nail in the coffin. I think in this particular case, the aggressive stating that was the only thing that was that nail in the coffin for me. I think we needed just a little bit more from that. Maybe if all of the suspects talked about each one of the other individuals, that would give us more information on the table itself, and then maybe we could build a better case for who is more likely to be guilty and who is less likely to be guilty. I think that might help us out a little bit here. Other than that, I think interface is fine. It's super simple. It gets the point across. We're text, so these boxes make sense in this world, so our assets are working here. Maybe we could randomize this a little bit so we could play it a couple times just to have fun with that, changing the names and changing some of the explanations of the characters. Maybe even have the victim be a different victim as many times as we play this or whatever. That obviously adds a lot more complexity, but replayability is then a thing instead of it always being read each time. But good job. This was Detective by DogHouseRockers. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for this game. And we got one more game for this evening, and then we are going to call it quitso. And then you will maybe see me on Thursday. I still have to clear it with work because we've had so many other things that have been moving and changing around. But that is the objective, that we are going to have our live stream for week 92 be that Thursday. So that means the jam ends Thursday, and then I'm streaming that Thursday as well. And then I go on vacation or go visit my family, my grandparents, on Friday through Sunday. So there won't be a stream this coming weekend. That means no more Baba Is You and no more weekly or no more Indie Sunday for those 2 days. All right, so our last game for tonight is Text Detective Game by VR007. That's an interesting name. Let us see. Whoops. Welcome to my first text adventure game. It is a short text puzzle detective story and my first published game. Hooray! Congrats. Congratulations. You navigate through pressing 1, 2, or 3 depending upon available options. You must pay attention and try to think outside of the box. Good luck. Press 1 to continue the story. Ooh, an empty house with a broken door. It is in the late afternoon and raining. You have received an unknown letter asking for your help for an investigation. You don't know who has sent you the letter, but it had a dark magical aura, and you were captivated from the very first moment. Despite having a bad feeling, you took the job and decided to go to the address matching on the letter. After arriving, you were looking at the house at West Street 25. It is old, and it seems that no one is living here. You walk to the front door, and you notice the door is slightly open. It seems to be broken. I'm going to knock to be safe. You approach the door, and you hear the wind whistle through the door. Without any further thoughts, you start knocking. After the first time, the door opens slowly. Enter the house. You have entered the house. It is dark, dusty, and muffy. Muffy. What is muffy? You are standing in the hallway and looking around. You can see a mirror, stairs, and another room. What do? I'm going to look in the mirror. You look in the mirror, and with horror, you notice that you can't see your face in the mirror. Okay, so I am a vampire. Let's go to the room. You open the door in the kitchen. You see broken glass and plates on the floor. On the table, you see 3 plates and a can. Next to the plate, there's a piece of paper. Left from the table, you see another door. Take a look closer. Examine the kitchen closer, walking around, and hope to see if you can find anything interesting. You open different drawers, but you can't find anything useful. It seems like a normal kitchen. Everywhere, forks, knives, some empty boxes. And at the corner, you see a box of tea. Go to the table and take the note. You take the note from the table. Something is written on it. You barely identify the characters, but you're able to read it. This is a game. Okay, we're going to take that note. After reading the message, you enter the next room. It is the living room. Not very welcoming, and it looks like the time has stopped in this room. Furniture is clearly from the 70s. At the corner was a small table with a radio on it. In the middle of the room, there was a table with newspapers. Right next to the table, there was a green armchair, and it was right in front of the television. Let's check the paper. You go to the table and you see the paper. It's from 1960s. You're reading the main headlines, the weather forecast, and some sports results. Other than that, nothing more interesting. Let's check the armchair. Maybe we can find the remote. You go to the armchair and sit down. It's not very comfortable. You can feel that one of the springs is broken. Seems to be nothing very special about the chair. Maybe check the TV. Turn around to the small TV. You are not sure if this old device is still working. You give it a try and you try to turn it on, but it doesn't seem to work. You try it again, but nothing happens. As an experienced detective, you remember an old trick and gave the television a small flip. Again, nothing happened except a small eye that appeared on the screen. You take a closer look. Suddenly, a voice speaks out to the television. I see you. Nope. That's what I say. The radio wasn't used for many years. It was full of dust and everywhere cobwebs. You switch it on, and the only thing you can hear was noise. Turn the radio button to the left and to the right without any success. You decide to switch it off again. Suddenly, you hear a children's voice repeatedly saying, "Why?" And after 5 seconds, the radio went silent. Creepy. Creepy, 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 creepy. Okay, let's go back to the kitchen. Right? What happens if I take the newspaper? Nothing there. The kitchen. Nope. Living room, kitchen. Open the other door. Oh no, I've already been there. Go back. Now we can go upstairs. So this is good placement. The way that we have this laid out here, we can move freely throughout the room, and I'm not having to think too much about, okay, now where do I need to, how do I get back to where I was before? And I don't want to back out of the choices. I want everything that I've done in the world to still happen. And by me exploring those branches and then still being able to turn around and go back without losing that progress, I think that's really good. So good job there. Ooh, let's check the room on my left first. You walk up the stairs. On the right side of the wall, you see many pictures of children's faces. All of them are black and white. It looks like they were taken many, many years ago. Once you have reached the second floor, you see 2 doors. The first door to your right is open and is open. I'm glad it's double open. Looks like the children's room. The second room on your left is closed. Let's check that door again. You enter the office. You see a table and a chair in the middle of the room. On the wall, you see a clock. At the corner, you see a small vault. Let's check that clock. Old clock made of oak. The time has stopped at exactly 8. Other than being dusty, there's nothing more interesting. Check the table. Massive table with a leather chair. The table was cleaned up and still a bit dusty. You examine the entire table and you also look under the table. There's absolutely nothing more to see. You look under the table, but there's nothing else there. Check that vault. You go to the vault and try to open it without success. While examining the vault, you find a small note under it. Note said, "Open me. Subtract the lower from the greater. A small animal." A device that receives waves. A place behind a window. A piece of cloth. A bag belonging to water. The magic words are there. See them, say them, and listen to them. Listen carefully to their meaning. Enter the code. You have checked all the rooms and things. Nope. So I've only found 8. Better start writing these down. 8 was on the clock. Okay. Go back. Children's room. You have entered the children's room. It's very small with a small window. The interior is not very friendly environment for children, but there are a lot of toys on the floor. A bed at the corner and also a cupboard full of clothes. Check the toys. You check the children's toys on the floor. Nothing really special. A bunch of puppies. A teddy bear. A bee. That's a capital B. And a rabbit. Why is that a capital B? Open the cupboard. You go to the cupboard and open it. You see lots of children's clothes. You start digging through it and hoping to find something interesting. You keep digging until you see a shirt having a big X on it. G to G. Oh, Hits Bay. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Have a good night. Sleep tight. We'll see you later. Apart from that, you can't find anything else. Okay, so 8 o'clock. Capital B. X on shirt. Check the bed. You turn to the bed. Whoever was sleeping here forgot to make the bed. You check all corners of it, and you look under the bed as well. Beside the dust, there's nothing more interesting about the bed. Okay. Still nothing there. Back to door. Back to front door. Open door. Let's check and see if there's any other option that I might have missed. Open me. Subtract the lower from the greater. A small animal. A bee. A device that receives waves. Radio. Right? B. Radio. A place behind a window. A place behind a window? I don't know what that one is. A piece of cloth. Maybe the shirt with the X on it. And a bag belongs into water. Man, I don't know. Oh, I can show the solution there. That's cool. Well, we're right at the end. I can't really get any farther. I'm going to show the solution for myself and not you guys. Oh, yeah. This one's going to be a tough one. Very, very much a tough one. But I think that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to keep that as is. That was creepy. We'll just save that for never. I don't ever want to see that picture again. Wow. Okay, so I'm impressed. I really am. I think you did a great job with the text adventure. That felt very expansive. Even though you said this was your first published game, and I guess maybe your first text adventure too. Good job. I think you have definitely crafted a good spooky little story. I was able to walk freely around the house within this text here. You did a good job there. That felt really good. I think maybe the next thing for you is, if you want to up this up a notch, is you can start adding art to the individual scenes and stuff for this text adventure. Not saying that you have to, but I definitely think you've done a really good job executing what you have now. And I'd say for your next game, why not challenge yourself? Start laying pictures out for each of the areas that you come across in here. There's lots of free art that you can use online. You can just go to Google and make sure you choose something that is free use with modification. And then you can start building out a fake house. And as you walk into there, you give them something visually to look at, as well as the text that you're reading out for them to give them the bigger, broader picture. Super spooky. I would have liked to seen a couple more of those little appearances, or I don't know what you want to call them, but the little spooky things, like the talking in the TV, talking on the radio, the mirror thing. A couple more of those littered throughout this that continues that high emotion, that high tension, that little thing in your throat that's just making you tense up and you're just not comfortable. We need just a couple more of those, I think, throughout this experience to keep that energy up. It did feel like it dropped very heavily towards the end. We can also help convey that with just a simple track of music in the background. Just make sure it either loops or it's a longer track that we're not going to run out of time with. What else? I will say, and I don't normally say this, but there was a couple like typos, and the way some of these things were numbered were kind of either wrong or out of order or something like that. We're just missing choices altogether. Another thing I would say is the font that you chose here. You've got your cases in weird places. Like, I can tell sometimes it's all caps and other times I'm not sure if it's caps or not. So I'm not sure if that's relevant to the story, if that's something I need to be paying attention to or not. So maybe pick another font that's a little bit easier to read, a little easier to understand just by looking at it, so it's not confusing. But great job. I mean, if this is your first published game, your first text game, you definitely have what I'm looking for when it comes to these types of text-based games, where I can walk in and out of these rooms as I choose, and then inside of each of those rooms, I have as many actions as you want to fill in for that world, and I think that's really good. So good job. Good job. Well, guys, that is all the time we have for today. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting the stream. I've had a wonderful time with all of you tonight. I will be seeing you guys hopefully this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. for 92 is our plan. It's going to be a lot of fun. Expert screen swap. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for my stream deck, I don't think I'd ever be able to do that. But I'm hoping that we're going to be doing that this Thursday. I have one work thing that might conflict with that. If that does, then I'll just obviously update you guys with what that's going to be. But yeah, so stream Thursday, no stream Saturday, Sunday. We will have Josh's 2-button game jam stream on the 25th. And then we will be streaming Saturday and Sunday. Baba Is You and Weekly Game Jam Week 93. So thank you all for coming out. I hope you have a great night. We'll see you later.
Your brother is the name for the guy who'll play a game, because I really want to aim for more. In this community, I'm all about the unity, for making opportunities to explore. Here on Twitch, you'll make your pitch, and I'll play your invention. For 10 whole minutes, I'll jump all in it to claim things that need attention. Oh, you've done the jam and you found out who I am. I'll play a game so we can slam this thing. It started with a dream and now it's playing on live stream for me to comment what it seems to be missing. Here on Twitch you'll make your pitch and I'll play your invention. For 10 whole minutes I'll jump all in it to claim things that need attention. Your brother is excited, seeing inspiration ignited, and I'm nothing short of delighted to see. Here on Twitch you'll make your pitch and I'll play your invention. For 10 whole minutes I'll jump all in it to claim things that need attention.